professional, students, and academics to solve future energy challenges in which the challenges could be solved by accelerate digital transformation in this industry. Also, we all know in this era with rapid technology development, digitalization in our industry become inevitable. Lastly, good luck for all participants. I hope this collaboration event could encourage us to accelerate machine learning and artificial intelligence utilization in oil and gas industry. Thank you very much. Back to Bu Karen.
Thank you, Mr. John Hisar Simamora, for the speech. Next, we will have opening remarks from Mr. Diki Fahnudi. Mr. Diki, are you ready?
Ya.
Yes, the stage is yours.
Ya, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi semuanya. I'm very happy to be here today to finally get to see the final stage of Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021. As Pak John said, this is the first one. So I want to thank Pak John Simamora and Pak Hadi Smoyo and Iatmi Secretariat for the collaboration and sponsorship. The honorable judges, thank you for dedicating your valuable time to support this program. I think you are a critical element of this, the success of this program. And huge thank you to the entire Hackathon organizing committee, Aulia and the entire team that I cannot mention one by one, who made all of this possible. And most important, I want to thank all participants for your enthusiasm and energy, courage to tackle problems in our industry, courage to network with many new people that you don't know each other before, and the commitment to get in and immerse in this journey from a few months ago until reaching this stage today. I know it's a significant investment of your time, and I hope you have had fun doing this. So I just want to go back a bit, recollect the spirit on why we are here, why we conduct the Hackathon for Data Science at the first place. 3 reasons, I would say. First one is, it's been mentioned earlier, digital is imperative in our industry to tackle the challenges, right? For our industry to survive and thrive. So we have to embrace digital and its element. Some of them, cloud, analytics, AI, and many other. And data science is one of the key elements. It's about combining the power of the new technology like Delfi with the power of people. It's about how we use analytics to turn data into insight, right? Putting our data, a bunch of data, to better use, to unlock a new level of performance that we have not seen before, that is not possible before. Now it is possible because of the technology, right, that we have. So second reason, I think this data science hackathon is a great opportunity to crowdsource ideas, right, to get ideas from anybody and shorten the innovation cycle. I think through this hackathon, we see how we can, one, bring the new ideas to solve real challenges, something that we don't know, we don't have the well-defined solution. And just like what the team did over the last few months, they prototype overnight. It's not really overnight, but the point is that very short time, right? It proves that it can be done when people, great people with great mind, empowered by the digital technology. And the last reason, we wanted to give opportunity to the students, fresh graduate and young professional to learn, to experiment with the technology, to collaborate, and while doing so, also to compete and to have fun. So I saw the recording of the prototype day, impressive. So to me, you are all winners. So that's all from me, so we can move to the next session and listen to your pitch, your winning pitch. Good luck to the 3 finalists. I know you will do great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Diki, for the welcoming speech. For the next, I would like to invite Mr. Reza Musa to deliver the opening speech. Mr. Reza, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. The stage is yours, Mr. Reza.
Hello, good morning all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So just to add, thank you very much Pak John Simamora, Pak Hadi, and then Pak Andi, and then the whole Iatmi Secretariat. And then this is very a very good event that we are holding. This is a very good collaboration event that I think this is something that we as an industry can celebrate, because this is where all the students can be participate. I mean, we have more than 100 students or registered at a time, and then all together with the professional oil and gas professionals, and then we form about like 30 teams that then compete, and then become 12 semi-finalists, and then now it's become 3. Maybe we debate why not 5, but now it's 3. It's just because it's only the time that permits, right? But since beginning, I mean, the collaboration with Iatmi, it's very imminent. Thank you, Pak Hadi, so much for all time. We have bi-weekly, monthly meeting since beginning, Pak. And then thank you also with Pertamina for the support and sponsorship on this one. So, what's also interesting, maybe that this data science, initially we started with that, let's talk with the oil and gas industries, but then there is a lot of requests of then how about in geothermal, how about then in the new energy, how we can expand also to the facilities, not beyond the subsurface. So then we will see. I mean, like I will ask the committee, are you ready for the second event next year? So that will be then. Okay. So for the 3 finalists, good luck for today. Looking forward to hear your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reza, for the opening speech. And the next one, we will have Mr. Abrar ready to deliver opening speech. Mr. Abrar, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Karen.
Okay.
Right. Good morning. Selamat pagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think I'm the only one standing behind between you and the actual event, so I'm just going to make it quick, right? So I would like to congratulate the team that went through the final, right? So the pitching day, I watched from the beginning. It was great. The proposals that we received, they are excellent as well. I wish more team can go to the pitching stage, as Reza mentioned. I think the key here is that the innovation in the digital, right? So it helped us in optimizing the processes and workflow in the industry. And as demonstrated in this event as well, identifying the right ideas and evaluating its potential early is really the key, right? So if we can get more ideas and see if this idea could work, this idea could not work, and move on to the next step, then that would help the industry a lot. So basically, more and more we see that we want to move away from a deterministic approach in our industry to more probabilistic, right? So to run more scenarios, to see if we can have different parameters and reduce risks in the actual execution of the operation. So it is encouraging to see the interest in this hackathon. As Pak John mentioned, there are more than 200 participants registering, forming the teams to collaborate between students and university students and professionals, and the quality of what we have received, right? So it is impressive. Congratulations to the team that made it to the pitching day, and I would like to congratulate all of the teams that actually working on this hackathon. The committee as well. It is a really a great job that you have made it, and I would like to see, as Reza mentioned, I would like to see next year we are going to do the same, but hopefully with more scope, right? That's all. May the best team win.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abrar, for the welcoming speech. Because all of our honorable guests already delivered their opening remarks, we will move to the next session, which is Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon Introduction.
Ms. Aulia Carolina, as president of the very first Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021, will give us a short journey of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Aulia Carolina. Ms. Aulia, okay.
Thank you very much, Karen. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, okay, let me request the control. Okay. So, hi everyone. Good morning. It's so lovely to see all of you in this very happy moment. Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021 final stage. My name is Alia Carolina, and today I would like to introduce you to Delfi Data Science, and our hackathon journey to give you an overall understanding about this event and what your colleagues do, what they do in this competition. But before we start, I would like to say thank you very much for your attendance, your support, and your enthusiasm into this event, especially to our honorable guests from Iatmi, Pak John Simamura, Pak Hadi Ismail, Pak Tepe Andi, also to Stonebridge, Pak Diki, Mas Reza Musa, and also Pak Abrar Yadi. And I think without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Okay, so we collectively agree that AI is on the rise right now. A study from Accenture in 2019 shows that most of the C executives believe that they must leverage AI to achieve their growth objectives and to stay competitive in the next 5 years. However, about 76% of them say that they struggle with how to scale. The data from Norwegian OG21 report also shows that about 60% of digital transformation projects are in ideas and concepts, while about 30% are in pilot and only less than 10% at deploy at scale. And the time frame from concept to deployed scale solutions can take more than 5 years. So this problem can be caused by several things, such as the talent gap, the complex processes, the technologies. So therefore, there should be a solutions to solve this problem and to actualize the digital transformation faster than ever before. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Delfi Cognitive ENP environment. So Delfi is one of its kind in energy industry. It is not an infrastructure as a service, but it is software as a service. And we applied a subscription-based model for if you would like to utilize any applications in Delfi. And we combine the oil field domain expertise with AI solutions that are tailored and suitable to your needs. And our value is an open, scalable, and collaborative environment where we break silos between data, processes, and people to work faster and to achieve technical and business objectives. In Delfi, you can firstly manage your data in our data ecosystem that is integrated with OSDU platform. And this data can be utilized seamlessly across our 4 big categories. So the first one is Petrotechnical Suite. So Petrotechnical Suite is a legacy software assemblage such as Petrel, Techlog, Eclipse, PipeSim, and so on. And instead of choosing the software one by one, if you are using Petrotechnical Suite in Delfi, Delfi will prepare for you all of the softwares that you need to support your role. So for example, if I'm a reservoir engineer and I subscribe to Petrotechnical Suite in Delfi, Delfi will provide me all of the softwares that I need to support me as a reservoir engineer. So for example, like Petrel, Techlog, Eclipse, and Intersect. And we also enrich the software capabilities with AI, such as machine learning assisted fault interpretation, property modeling, and also wellbore interpretation. Therefore, your Petrel and Techlog that is installed in your machine will be slightly different with what is in Delfi because of this AI enrichment. Second one is we have a cloud native applications. So this is originally built in Delfi, and we embed AI into the overall process depending on your stage in the ENP lifecycle. So for example, if you are in exploration, we have explore plan. If you're in drilling, we have drill plan, drill ops. If you are in development, we have FD plan, so on and so forth. And then the third one is data management. And the fourth one is the data science as an AI toolkit. And this is what we are talking about in this hackathon. So what is Delfi Data Science? So Delfi Data Science is a combination between AI and analytics workflows for energy workflows that enables not only coders, but also geoscientists and engineers to build, manage, and deploy AI to solve day-to-day challenges as easy as using a spreadsheet. And we and we have partnered with the best to make this AI works best for you. So first of all, we have partnered with Data IQ. So Data IQ's mission is to enable everyone to create AI at enterprise level. And second one is the TIPCO. So TIPCO Spotfire is the most comprehensive and widely adopted visual analytics technology. Okay, so I would like to explore more on the Data IQ's part, the one that has been used by all the participants in this hackathon. So in Data IQ, you can very easily build your machine learning model using what we call it as visual recipes. So instead of writing lines of codes, those codes are transformed into visual recipes. So then everyone can create any machine learning model and providing inclusive opportunities, not exclusive to only those with coding capabilities. But of course, you can extend the capabilities of Data IQ with hard coding, for example, with Python or R. And you can also have flexibility to connect with any database and also other visualization tools such as web apps. So to give you an illustration, let me share with you how the Delphi data science look like compared with the conventional machine learning model. Okay, so here in conventional approach, when you're creating the machine learning model, firstly you have to gather your data, and then you need to create some codes for data preparation, and then you need to choose the model like supervised, unsupervised, which method, and then you need to create that code. And then after that, you need to train your model, evaluate, and then parameter training, another coding for prediction and deployment. This indeed gives you more flexibility, but this is a long process, and especially if you want to test several machine learning algorithms. And this is also exclusive to only those with coding capabilities only. So here is how you create the machine learning model with Data IQ in Delphi Data Science. Okay, so I assume that you know about log data. Yeah, so let's say here I want to predict permeability. Okay, I want to predict permeability. I can just simply drag and drop the data into the Data IQ and then create the project. Okay, so after that, I can see my data, my well names, and then variables, the type of the data. And then after that, I can just simply click this lab icon, and I can choose hard coding or visual recipes. So let's say I want to use the visual analysis. And then you can choose clustering or predictions. Let's say, because I want to predict, I choose the prediction. And then after that, I want to predict log permeability. Yeah, and then expert mode. Why? Because I need some flexibility in choosing the algorithm. So I choose this expert mode with algorithm. So after that, I can just create it. So ladies and gentlemen, here, I'm not creating any codes in building this machine learning model. I can just simply toggle on and toggle off all of the machine learning algorithms that I would like to use. Let's say I want to test everything. Okay, I want to test everything, and I can click train. Okay, so these 13 models will be trained in parallel. So it will save a lot of time, and then I can evaluate which machine learning model that gives me the highest accuracy. So all at once, and then here, okay, after some running time, I know that gradient boosted trees is the winner that is suitable with my data. And then I can evaluate more how this gradient boosted trees drives the prediction, and also what are the importance variables to drive these predictions. In domain knowledge, this is yes, porosity and visual can predict, very affecting the permeability prediction. Also, I can observe the results from predictions and actual data, and if I'm happy, I can deploy it to the new data. So this is Data IQ in Delphi Data Science, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now, what is Delphi Data Science Hackathon? So now, we have a tool, yeah, Delphi Data Science. And we want to help to accelerate AI adoptions in energy industry in Indonesia. Therefore, we create this competition in a startup style AI ML competition. Because rather than we requiring participants to move up in the leaderboard and they need to create the highest machine learning accuracy, we explore more from the ideas to solve existing problems and then executions and then the delivery of the presentations. And we also combine students with the coding backgrounds with professionals, with domain experts, so then they can blend in one team and they can also expand networking. We also provide a website and we facilitate the matchmaking between the professionals and students and fresh grads. Through our community chats, we also provided the data, guideline, webinar, training, mentor, Delphi access, everything. Even we open our evaluation criteria so everyone can have the same chance to win this competition, know the strategy how to win this competition. So we open the registration of Delphi Hackathon in April 2021. There were 3 stages here, from proposal, prototype, and pitching stage that is happening right now. And then after that, so the total hackathons registrants, is 271 participants, but because of the team's requirements, the quiz and the second verification, now we only have the 43 teams in the proposal stage, that is equivalent with 172 participants, and included 11 teams as challengers. And these participants are coming from 17 operator companies and then 16 universities. So there are top 5 companies with the most registrants. So first is Pertamina Hulu Rokan, and then Medco INP, and then Pertamina EP, Pertamina Hulu Mahakam, and Pertamina Hulu Indonesia. And then top 5 universities with the most registrants are ITB, Gajah Mada University, Pertamina University, Brawijaya University, and UPN Veteran Yogyakarta. And our participants' backgrounds also very diverse, from petroleum related field to the data science related field. Okay, so here are the best 10 teams from prototype stage. They are amazing and the solutions are innovative. However, because we need 3 teams in the pitching stage, therefore we have Delphin from challenger category, and then Optanier and also Hakuna Matata, that you will see who become the champion soon. Yeah. And we also did a survey to the participants after the prototype stage. So 87% of the participants said that the data science profile is impactful to their project, and the impacts are from collaboration, time saving, and also the easiness to build the data science pipeline. And we also receive a very high satisfaction for this Delphi Hackathon event, about 91%. So thank you very much for giving this very high value for us. And we also receive a very good results for clarity of the evaluations and overall training. And the biggest benefits for the participants are not only for data science skills, but also for networking as well. We also receive another good comments, yeah. So I think thank you very much again to our participants for giving us the very, very good feedback. Hopefully that we can create the similar events in the future. And now I would like you to meet the committees of Delphi Data Science Hackathon. So here are the committees. And I would like to say that this is a dream team. Everyone here is very outstanding and they are experts in their role. The hackathon cannot be asked today and receive a very good comments without the committee's excellent contributions. So I also believe that some of you already met the committees in webinars, in trainings, in prototype stage event, and so on and so forth. So thank you again to committees for making this hackathon this far. And then to our mentors, so thank you very much for assisting the 10 best teams in the prototype stage for a month. I know that it is not an easy process because participants need to build the machine learning model, and because of your domain expertise and because of your excellent assistance to the participants. Now the participants can pass through the prototype stage and present it in a very, very good ways. So these mentors are coming all from Schlumberger, and they are experts in Schlumberger. And then again, thank you very much for all mentors. And then I would like to also thank you to our judges from proposal stage, prototype, and the pitching stage, to Kai, Cicero, Yawar, Pak Murabini, Andy, Sampet, Pak Fajrul Anbiya, Pak Cepi Adam, Pak Adnan, and Pak Ria Abu Bakar. Thank you very much for participating in this event and making this hackathon interesting and exciting. And last but not least, of course, Iatmi Secretariat, thank you very much for making this hackathon in the Iatmi event. To Pak John Simamora, to Pak Tepe Andi, Pak Hendrikus, Pak Andi Bakhtiar, Pak Hadi Ismoyo, Bu Novri Hernawati, Pak Beni, Pak Adnan, Mas Putra, and also Mas Oza. Thank you very much for your support to this event. I think this is my last slide. Thank you very much. Hopefully you can enjoy this Delphi Hackathon final stage. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Miss Aulia, for the introduction about Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon. What a journey of this, the very first data science hackathon held by Schlumberger. I know you guys have been very, very curious to listen to our finalist presentation. But before we jump into our main session of final pitching stage, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Sripat Biniwale as Global Innovation Manager, DSS FDP Schlumberger, who will introduce us all to Innovation Factory as a new Schlumberger service to accommodate companies in accelerating AI adoption in their organizations through workshop, project, and co-development. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Sripat Biniwale. Mr. Sripat.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thanks.
Very clear.
Yeah, very good. First of all, very warm good afternoon to all of you. I'm joining you all the way from Middle East, so early morning for me. So thank you very much. And I'm really excited with all the work that we are doing. I'm working as the Global Innovation Manager for Digital Subsurface with Schlumberger. Next, please. Okay, so I'm not going to take too much time, but I just want to introduce you to a new division that we just started with Schlumberger. All of you are doing a lot of hackathons and innovative stuff. So we just introduced Innovation Factory within Schlumberger, and it just started about 6 months ago. And it's another exciting thing that Schlumberger is doing, showcasing how we are being the leaders into this innovation. So we are having this innovation group for past couple of years. It's just that we are institutionalizing it through this Innovation Factory. So let me tell you what exactly we are doing as a part of this Innovation Factory. Next, please. So one of the challenges that we have today, we are all talking about the digital transformation, but what is the real expectation from the industry? And people are not just thinking about going to the next level, but you can see some of the examples from Sean Gregory, CTO and VP of Woodside, and also Bernard Looney, who is the CEO of BP. So people are talking about how they are going to make the step change in the work that they are doing, how they can do more with less. But this step change include not only 1, 2, or 5%. People are talking about 50% cost reduction, or can I take the 70% off the time, or can I set up a new way of working by transforming the impact that we are going to get? So why is it possible to do it today? And how can we, everyone is talking about this AI, ML, digital transformation, how we all together can harness this winds of change by using this digital technology. First of all, we have more data. Of course, we have less people with a lot of these challenges, and everyone is looking at this cost reduction. And the way it is possible today, because we can help them with the help of the robotics automation, making the smarter and faster decision, and then toolkits for the next generation that we are bringing as a Schlumberger with this Innovation Factory that we have. Next, please. Now, the question is how we are going to get there. And that's exactly where we are introducing the Innovation Factory. Now, what is this Innovation Factory? And you can see some of the really nice next generation things that we have. So we are introducing Innovation Factory at 7 different parts of the world, but this is what it's going to be. It is kind of a channel for anyone outside Schlumberger to come in, collaborate with Schlumberger to create this next generation innovation technology. And it is across various domains, but you can see some of the examples that you can look over here. It will have kind of an area where everyone can collaborate. And the environment is very much like a startup within our bigger organization. These days, if you know, they call it intrapreneurship. So we are doing the intrapreneurship within a big company, which is called the intrapreneurship. So we are going to work as a startup within this organization in a much agile way, much faster way to bring innovation to the industry a lot faster than what it takes to be. And of course, it's going to use the next generation tool like say AR/VR. These are the 7 different parts where we are introducing Innovation Factory. So Houston, Rio, Oslo, Moscow, Abu Dhabi, Beijing, and the one closer to you would be in Kuala Lumpur. Next, please. We will have a different group of people within that. We'll have a data scientist, AI ML experts, of course, domain experts, and quite a lot of young people like all of you. So we have different areas that we are looking, data discovery development. So essentially you will see everything across the exploration, development, and production. Next, please. The way we are going to introduce this innovation to you and also to the industry is through innovative workshops, innovative projects, and a co-development. In a workshop, we can come quickly and show you what we can do. Project is a lot more serious. But even for the companies where we want to make an impact and roll it out to the industry level, we can do that through innovative co-development. Next, please. So one of the things is what kind of challenges we are looking at. And we are looking at challenges across the industry. And you can see a lot of examples. It could be exploration, subsurface characterization, drilling, production, field development, and all the way to the new energy, even the wind, hydrogen, greenhouse gas effects, and many of these kind of examples. Now, what I'll show in the next slide is some of the examples that we have done. So in Schlumberger last couple of years, we have been engaged with 50 different companies, and we have done about 110 different projects with them. And the next slide will show you some of the 40 different examples of what we have done today for many of these companies. So we are not coming there and going to start from anew. We already have a list of ideas or the catalog that we have already delivered to our customers. So these are all the new individual innovation toolkits which are using AI/ML to accelerate and transform the way people are working. And the last slide to conclude, I'll just show you an example where it talks about, next please, where it talks about how we have delivered some of this impact to our customers. Next, please. So as you can see, this is across EDP. We have 3-4 examples. If you go back, please. We have Woodside, where we have shown that we can do these kind of step change from 18 months to about 18 days. We have ExxonMobil, where we have already helped them in exploration. In production, like Shaya, we have shown an example that how we can bring about 30% increase in the production while reducing their trips by 97%. And one of the top projects which got award in the last ADAPEC award as the best innovative project is our integrated subsurface model. So there are many of these examples, but stay tuned and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you, Mr. Sripat, for the Innovation Factory introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are getting closer to our main event. And for the next session, we are honored to have Ms. Deva Ulita as our moderator.
Ms. Deva currently working in Schlumberger as a reservoir engineer and campus manager. Other than that, she also actively involved in SPE Java Indonesia section as a vice chairperson. Ms. Deva, are you ready to lead the most awaited final pitching stage of Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021?
Yes, Putra and Karen.
Oh, okay, because Ms. Deva is ready to lead this final picking stage session. Please enjoy this session.
And good luck for all of the participants.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you all, our honorable speakers, participants, judges, students, and professionals. It is an honor for me to be here with you today, and our sincere gratitude for joining Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021. I am Deva Tasya Ulita. Today, I will be your moderator for presentations by the top 3 teams, Delfin, Hakuna Matata, and Optimir. Now, before we continue to the team's presentation, let me introduce our honorable judges for the stage. Mr. Arya Abu Bakar. Mr. Arya Abu Bakar is the Digital Subsurface Data Science Manager and Advisor with Schlumberger. He pursued master's degree in electrical engineering from Delft University and PhD degree in scientific computing and computational mathematics from the same university. He joined Schlumberger since 2003, where he was assigned various roles from multi-physics modeling and inversion program manager, scientific advisor, to interpretation engineering manager. Our second honorable judge, Mr. Cepi Adam. Mr. Cepi Adam is the Chief Development Geophysicist with Pertamina Hulu Energy. He pursued his bachelor's degree in geophysical engineering from Bandung Institute of Technology and his master's degree from IFP School in France. He worked for Total from 2001 until 2018, where he was assigned various roles from Senior Exploration Geophysicist to Chief Development Geophysicist. He then joined Pertamina Hulu Mahakam from 2018 to 2021 as Chief Geophysicist. Our third honorable judge, Mr. Adnan Syarafi Ashfahani. Mr. Adnan is the Reservoir Engineer Lead in Pertamina Hulu Mahakam. He pursued his bachelor's degree in engineering physics from Gajah Mada University and his master's degree in petroleum engineering from IFP School and Bandung Institute of Technology. He worked for Total from 2012 until 2018 as well performance engineer. He then worked for Pertamina Hulu Mahakam as well performance engineer, reservoir engineer, and lead reservoir engineer. Our final honorable judge, Mr. Fadil Ambia. Mr. Fajrul is reservoir engineer working with SKK Migas. He pursued his bachelor's degree in physics from Bandung Institute of Technology and his master's and PhD degree in petroleum engineering from the same university. He works for SKK Migas from 2012, where he took many roles from staff of exploitation study and resource evaluation, project coordinator of subsurface data management system, to project coordinator of deep learning and subsurface performance analysis. Wow, what an excellent panelist of judges we have today. All right, before we continue to the team presentation, I would like to remind the participants, should you have any question during or after the presentation, please type them in the chat box feature in the format name-organization-question. I will read out the questions after the judges session, and team members are welcome to answer directly in the chat box via direct message. And don't forget, guys, the best questions will be picked by the committee to receive interesting prize. Now, without further ado, let's welcome our first team, Delfin. So Tab, Win, Yan, and Zah, are you guys ready? Hello, Delfin team.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. Sorry.
All right, the floor is yours, guys.
Sorry, Miss Deva, can we turn our camera on?
Yes, please do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is the presentation visible to everyone?
Yes,
okay.
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let me test to click a few steps. Okay, it's all good. Okay, can we start?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone, our beloved judges and audience. I hope all of you are having a good one today. Welcome to Team Delfin's presentation. My name is Za, and we have Tab, Yan, and Win here, and this is our nicknames that we will refer to in this presentation. So today, we want to start by posing a question. Achieving high confidence in geothermal exploration, are we ready? But before we talk about our readiness or the confidence itself, you might be wondering, why are we talking about geothermal? Why should we care?
Well, that's an easy question, Zah. I could go on all day to talk about why we should really pay attention to geothermal. But today, I will tell you 3 of my personal favorite facts on why should we care. First of all, geothermal energy is so abundant that only 0.1% of Earth's geothermal potential is needed to supply humanity's energy needs for 2 million years. Yes, I'm not kidding. It is really 2 million years. And second, unlike other renewable energy sources, it is highly non-intermittent, meaning it is more available all year round. And the field is very booming right now, that the US is planning to increase their geothermal generation by 26-fold, and Europe is planning 8-fold increase in order to meet their 2050 net zero campaign.
Wow, you really sold me on that, yeah. So I think it's very interesting because if we take a look at the geothermal potential utilization across the globe, for example, USA, Iceland, Kenya, Indonesia, and Japan, they are in the list of top 10 countries with the highest geothermal potential. We can see that the numbers here are still very, very low. So with the promising facts that Jan said, we can wonder, why does geothermal utilization rate is very low and it's not as commonly adapted as other renewable energy sources?
I believe that there's a quote that can just answer that one. So, US Department of Energy in their 2020 report said that the subsurface exploration required for geothermal energy is the foremost barriers given the expense, complexity, and risk. So, the keywords are the exploration phase with the barriers of expense, complexity, and risk. And if we take a look at these 3 aspects, starting from expense, we found that drilling is one of the most costly activity in geothermal development project, and it's necessary to do exploration drilling in the early stages of the project, which is why high costs incurred by geothermal exploration hinders the further investment of geothermal projects, because the economic investment is not guaranteed to be justified yet. Moreover, in the complexity aspect, we found that geothermal exploration data has some data limitations that are actually ignored in the existing method of physics-based modeling by using simplifying assumptions. And because of the uncertainties coming from these last 2 aspects, in terms of risk, we also found that the exploration phase is in this point of the risk-cost chart, which is considered to be one of the riskiest part of the geothermal development project.
Oh, those are some very interesting points, Tab. So maybe we are not that confident yet because geothermal exploration does pose as the stage with the highest list of failure. And highlighting the previous findings, we found that the 2 main reasons behind it are, first, high level of uncertainty in its technical aspect, and the high upfront cost of the exploration stage. In the technical aspect, we found that the existing method of physics-based modeling for processing geothermal exploration data ignores the limitation of geothermal data and often suffers from oversimplifying assumptions. And in the financial aspect, we found that the major cost contributor in the geothermal project is the exploratory drilling used to locate the prospective geothermal reservoir. From this, we derive the key problem that we should all solve if we want to achieve high-confidence geothermal exploration. That is the high-risk level of geothermal exploration stage itself from uncertainties caused by these 2 problems.
So hypothetically, we just need to find a way to solve these problems to lower the uncertainties by reducing the cost of drilling exploratory wells and handles the limitations of the data that eventually will lead to reduced risk of geothermal exploration stage.
Exactly, Win.
Oh, well, what if I tell you, Yang, that there's a solution that not only uses a technique that handles data limitations by learning from data itself, but also on its pilot project, let's say that these cones are the exploratory wells that are needed to be drilled. Well, the solution has managed to reduce the numbers of wells needed by 13 out of 56 wells. Well, I know that on paper, this number might not sound significant, but just by reducing these 13 wells, the solution is projected to be able to save up to $5.5 million. and on top of that, considerably cut down drilling exploration time.
That's right, when a solution like that exists. It's here and it's geothermal. Geothermal is an ML-powered analytics dashboard for locating prospective geothermal region based on thermal variables prediction. It is rich with 4 main features that are fully powered by Delfi. In the first one, we have the temperature at depth map that allows us to predict temperature from well data at a specified depth, backed by Bataiku's AutoML that it can be developed rapidly to achieve great accuracy. The map is made interactive with the Taiku Bokeh web app and is integrated with ASTRI satellite imagery to make it more comprehensive, as you can see here. Second, we have the interpolated temperature at depth heat map with kriging interpolation that is enabled by the Taiku's Python support. It expands the temperature map to cover more of the exploration region, so it'll be easier to interpret the data. Then we have the drilling log-based thermal conductivity prediction. It utilizes drilling log data that is relatively easy to collect to predict thermal conductivity on a well to save up measurement costs. The prediction result is also integrated to our temperature at depth map feature seamlessly with the Taiku flow. Last but not least, geothermal is also equipped with an automated reporting system powered by the Taiku scenario. It enables us to work on other things while geothermal is running the prediction, as it will notify when the process is done along with the summary report through Slack. The report will tell whether the prediction is a success or not and what geothermal did for you while you are away. All of this is entirely powered by Delfi, making geothermal very easy to use, with just 4 simple steps. Tab, would you like to tell them how?
Absolutely, Za. First is to choose the prediction model that is pre-trained to data with the same characteristics to your current exploration region. Then you could upload the required data directly in the dashboard with ease. The required data are well data to predict temperature at depth and drill log data to predict thermal conductivity. Then it's one click to run the prediction and wait inconvenient. You can work on other things while geothermal is doing the dirty work for you. And get notified when the work is done and view the results on geothermal dashboard or through the link generated in the report. Geothermal is able to reduce exploration time and cost by predicting from less amount of data, so fewer measurements are needed, and it can minimize uncertainties by using no simplifying assumptions with general ML models. In short, the utilization of geothermal will result in reduced risk and higher confidence in geothermal exploration stage.
Wow, that's pretty cool, Tap. I'm sure that now our beloved judges and audience here are very curious to see what geothermal looks like today. Now, I want you to imagine an exploration geoscientist working remotely, sitting at her home comfortably in front of her laptop, and let's take a look into her life.
Imagine an exploration geoscientist working at her home in peace. When suddenly, her technical lead in the field asks for the validation of the location of geothermal prospect, while some of the data that they have in the field is insufficient in both quality and quantity. So, what should she do? She realized she can use geothermal. Geothermal is a machine learning-powered analytics dashboard for locating prospective geothermal region based on one of the most important variables in geothermal exploration, temperature. In geothermal, geoscientists could analyze the heat map resulted from the ML model, even though some of the data quantity and quality are insufficient. The main features of geothermal are temperature prediction from well data, temperature mapping at specified depth, and thermal conductivity prediction from drilling data that can be used to help the temperature prediction. It is very simple to use. Geothermal is built on top of Delfi, and thanks to its cloud-based environment, you can just access geothermal from your browser, and that's it. You can use all the features right away. Now, geothermal needs collection of these data from wells located on your survey area. First thing you need to do is to upload the required data. Then, geothermal will do the work and tell you when the results are here. And this is the result. Geothermal is able to construct a temperature map based on your data, even if some of the wells missing or lacking in data. Geothermal will also do the interpolation for you and construct detailed temperature map. All you need to do is to interpret the data with the guidance available. By using drilling logs, geothermal is able to predict thermal conductivity on each lithology in the exact location of the well you've been drilled. This shows geothermal's capability to generate valuable information at a relatively low cost. Geothermal, helping you invest in the future of energy with confidence.
Oh, wow, that looks good for a pilot. So circling back to the question, achieving high confidence in geothermal exploration, are we ready? We're Team Dolphin, and we believe that we are, because with geothermal, we help you invest in the future of energy with confidence.
Thank you, Delphin, for the great presentation. It's regarding exploring geothermal potential area using machine learning. Wow. I hope everyone in the room are inspired as much as I am. So now I will open the floor for Q&A session. To our honorable judge, Mr. Arya, please, the floor is yours. Oh, I think you're still on mute.
Okay. Okay. You can hear me. Thank you very much, Jan, Tab, and Win, for a very excellent pitching and very clear presentation. Yeah, I just have one very quick question in here. You mentioned that you were using AutoML to get your prediction or to do your training, the machine learning training. It seems that from your workflow, you are experimenting with a method like random forest, XGBoost, etc. Did you get a chance to look at the more modern algorithm, such as the neural network or the deep neural network in this project?
Okay.
For Dolphin team?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Arya, for that question. So, will you take us to Appendix 2B? Okay, thank you, Zah. Mr. Arya, in the early process of development, we tried pretty much all the algorithms, but we also tried the simple neural networks, and it works really badly because our hypothesis is that our data has too little data points. We only have 80 wells to train, and I think that's the main reason that the complex model like neural networks fare really badly here. We can see that XGBoost also doesn't work that well when actually it's one of the standard, but on our cases, the simpler models works best. It's the SPM and KNN. So yeah, that's Mr. Arya.
Yes, I would also like to add, we actually do some of more advanced algorithm, which is the ensemble learning. Ensemble learning that we use is actually a combination of SVM and KNN. With the two itself is not a really advanced model, but with ensemble learning, we can actually gather more of the potential of machine learning and get
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Jan, do you want to add something? I think you just...
yeah, Wayan, you
yes.
just cut off.
I'm sorry, I think my mic got muted. So with the ensemble learning, we can harness more potential of the machine learning by combining SVM and KNN, which is not really advanced algorithm, but with ensemble learning, we can get greater accuracy by combining those two models.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I think the first answer make a lot of sense. When you have a small amount of data and small amount of label, by employing a deep learning technique, you may have a problem because you can overfit the problem very easily. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Arya. On to our next honorable judge, Mr. Chapi Adam, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me? My Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really appreciate and I enjoy your presentations, inspiring, as Pa Arya said. Just to reiterate what Pa Diki Fanudi said in the opening speech, that machine learning, there are three conditions when we can apply machine learning. The first one is we would like to shorten the lead time. The second one is we would like to have better accuracy in the predictions. And the third one is we would like to open more possibility or broaden. So in three words is faster, better, and broader. Now you just mentioned in your presentations that you can shorten the lead time and also better accuracy. I would like to, if you can more elaborate that, have you get a chance to make kind of a benchmark with the current industry that your methodology addressed that you have a shorter time and you have a better accuracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cepi. Delvin team, go ahead.
Tab, can you hear us just fine?
Yes. Okay, so maybe I'll try to answer that. Maybe we could go to Appendix 1C. Okay, so in terms of the industry benchmark itself, maybe we haven't like delved into it quite detailed, but we like to kind of like divided it into those three barriers that we mentioned before in the expense, complexity, and also in the risk. For the expense, we thought that the upstream exploration phases, especially the geological exploration and test drilling phase, can be considered as the riskiest part. Test drilling phase is much more capital intensive than all the previous phases, while still fraught with uncertainty. Significant investment is required before knowing whether the geothermal resources has enough potential to recover the cost or not. And the investment can cost close to like 4 million per megawatt, and the test drillings can account to 15 to 20% of the overall capital cost. And then in the complexity, we found out that the main three challenges in geothermal development project, especially in the exploration stages, is first of all the existing. We want to know the data. I mean the geological knowledge of it, and then the people behind it with the know-how, and also the modern modeling methods that we hope our solution can help improve this aspect in the geothermal exploration in terms of the complexity. And also the risk, we also mentioned before that it is still in a very low confident level because of the uncertainties, and we want to, in a way, like the risk, lowering the risk, and then try to improve maybe like the investment that could come up with it. As for the accuracy, I think we only just look at it in this in our machine learning way. We haven't really benchmarked it with the existing practice, that is going on right now. Maybe from the Wayan and Win, if you want to add about the accuracy, maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Atun, you go.
Sorry.
First. Yeah, you go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. So, Mr. Cepi, for the benchmark, specifically just for the machine learning ones, we have the benchmark from the papers. Their accuracy is about 0.8 R squared. I think the R squared is around 0.8, and we were able to replicate them and got around 0.72, I think 0.72 R squared, and I think that's good enough with with the limited data we have around 80 wells, and they have around 20,000 wells for their project. So yeah, I think that's good enough. But with more data, I think in the development process we can acquire better accuracy there. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to highlight. So maybe one of the question was also geared toward how does it differ than the conventional process, right? So in the conventional process of geothermal projects, after reservoir reconnaissance, where reservoir is detected by visibility, such as hot springs, exploratory drilling, is done numerous times until enough data is collected to determine the area that is most beneficial in terms of financial investment and also technological risk to drill the production well. And we aim to accelerate the process of exploration drilling by being able to predict the subsurface thermal variables with less data than the conventional process and automating the whole process in the Delfi environment. And we're also well aware that there are a lot of new geothermal process technology now, such as EGS, hot rock, or advanced geothermal, where the information of subsurface thermal variables information is still substantial for all those methodologies before developing the wells and according to the technology that is used. So the ML models that we use is also aimed to address the fact that the existing physics-based modeling to map the thermal variables data often suffers from simplifying assumptions, as proven by the research paper that was mentioned by Win and that we use as our supporting theory, where this leads to less confidence in continuing the geothermal project as the result is built on top of chunk of assumptions. So maybe we are still working on our way for a greater accuracy, which we believe that we will be able to achieve once we get more data. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Delphin team and Mr. Cepi. And before we go on to the next judge, I would really encourage the participants to type down your question in the chat box, because the most interesting question will be picked by the committee and you will receive a gift. Yeah. All right, so to our next honorable judge, Mr. Adnan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. What a great presentation by Delfi team. I think my question is related or in line with Pak JP. It's regarding the accuracy of the result from the machine learning itself. According to you, Delfi team, how critical is the accuracy for the temperature prediction, and how its impact to the drilling activity for the exploration? Yeah, because I think if the user would like to compare with the analytical, with the certain range of tolerance, I think it could be acceptable. And according to your team, how about the critical of the prediction itself?
Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll answer that. Thank you, Mr. Adnan, for the questions. I think we could start from the very beginning. You know, a good geothermal exploration start with a comprehensive and detailed desk or literature study that supports the discovery of geothermal system. After that, we can move on to exploration stages, which is believed, like I said, to be the most crucial part in geothermal development. And in this stage, there are several questions and challenges. First of all, is which rocks have good reservoir properties, and that we could solve by identifying it with the lithology by using 3Gs, geology, geophysics, geochemicals. And then we also want to know how much heat is stored, and then what is the best location to drill. I think a good modeling method can answer at least two of those questions, which is the heat, how much heat is stored, and also the best location to drill. Our solution specifically can help us further understand the subsurface heat. Temperature at depth map can help us identify where to drill and where to drill best and how deep. So we want to know the locations and also like how deep is it, where to drill. And then our solution can compute temperature at depth where they cannot be measured. So we can predict points or places where we do not have like well in there. So it is faster, and it could also test in multiple models and scenarios. And this temperature at depth can also be used to carry out volumetric resource assessment. Maybe I'm not really that into know more about that, but from the people that I asked about the solutions, I asked about like third opinions, and they said that these solution can be used for volumetric resource assessment, and which also can be gradually improved by the result from our solution. So I think that's the answer.
Okay, thank you, Delfin team. I hope it answers your question, Mr. Adnan. Okay, we can continue to the final honorable judge, Mr. Fajril. Floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, very nice presentation you have there. Reminds me on the prototype stage. You keep the presentation style here. Okay, my question is about it is important to address the uncertainty of the prediction, especially let's say you want to drill at some point, some location based on the prediction of your solutions. Now, how do we address the uncertainty of the predictions based on position? Do you have any idea or maybe some kind of solution for that to ensure that to let us know how wrong we are in terms of the how the truth value will deviate from our predictions of your solutions?
All right, team, first yours.
Okay, Mr. Fajril. First, thank you, but I would like to confirm the question. Are you asking that how we will let the users know the confidence of our prediction? Yeah.
Yes, for maybe from specific wells that they propose. Let's say I want to drill in this location, the exploration wells. How certain the predictions of your solution at that location based on the data that already used for the training, right? So how can we be certain that your solution is within the range of the uncertainty?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fajril. Now I get it. I will take this question. So unfortunately, how we can find the accuracy for our models, it can only, we cannot define accuracy per well that we were going to predict. We can only find the accuracy of every batch of the model. So, for example, we train on the Utah Milford, and we can only find the accuracy for this area, Utah Milford. We cannot specifically get the accuracy for each well because the accuracy itself is, by definition, is the general metric of how this model in general works. So yeah, I think if we are about to give the level of confidence in the UI, yeah, I think we can do that in the next development. I think we should give them the metric. I think the R-squared should be written somewhere in the UI. I think, yeah, I agree with that, Mr. Fajril. That's a great idea. Thank you.
I also would like to add, for the thermal conductivity prediction, actually there's a way to comparing the accuracy. Maybe we would like to use some kind of a lab test for the thermal conductivity prediction, comparing our prediction to the lab test, but it is actually quite an expensive method, but it is really accurate. And then the other method is for our context or data context is Utah Forge, and Utah Forge is located in the United States. United States has some kind of like a guideline for its geothermal, like it has like an organization that has thermal conductivity for almost of the area of the United States. So before our solution is here, so the geoscientists there sometimes using the organization numbers of the thermal conductivity numbers to see if the numbers to use the numbers of the thermal conductivity in the region, but it is not really that accurate, but it is still acceptable to use it.
Okay,
also, yeah, I would like.
I'm sorry, Zah. Unfortunately, we ran out of time.
Oh, okay, that's too bad. Okay.
Yeah, but if you have further explanation and if you want to answer some of the questions, you can put it in the chat box. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And with that, I will end the Q&A session here. Thank you, Delfin team, for the detailed and great answers. Before we continue to our second team presentation, let's take a look at the video of testimony from our judges in the past stage.
Hey everyone, Carl here, and I just wanted to share my excitement for everything I've seen in the hackathon so far. The projects and proposals that have come through have been extremely innovative and looking to address challenges in a whole new way. And I truly believe that as these innovative solutions come through, then the industry will be finding really new ways to solve the existing problems. And that's really what we were looking for. And so I appreciate everything that everyone has done so far. And I can't wait to see what the final products are. And I just wanted to wish you all good luck for this final round. So enjoy, have fun.
All right. Now, I will continue to our second team presentation. Hakuna Matata, Mr. Destra, Diaz, Fajrul, and Saga. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Okay, Mrs. Deva.
Okay. All right, the floor is yours.
Okay, the moderator, can you share screen?
Yeah.
The presentation.
Yeah.
I will to access the remote control.
Yes.
Okay, I will request. Oh yeah, I will asking on the voice, but it's clear about the
yeah, we can
my
hear
voice.
you.
Okay, wait. I will prepare. Wait. Okay.
Mas Ilham,
For my
can we
team.
start?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Can we start now, Mbak Deva? Test. Can we start? Okay, Mas Ilham, I think we should start our presentation, perhaps.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I will start the presentation right now. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunities today. Today, our team will present our project titled Petrophysical Analysis for Hydrocarbon Prospect Zone Identification and Classification of Rock Facies using Supervised Machine Learning Method with Cloud-Based Technology. Next. Our team consisted of 4 people. One came from PT Pertamina Hulu Rokan and the other 3 came from Universitas Gadjah Mada, and all of our members were enthusiasts in data science for oil and gas sector, especially in geoscience domain. There are 3 main challenges in present oil and gas industry. The first main challenge is that conventional petrophysical and other geoscience-related analysis took too much time to do. The second one is related to high risk and high return nature of oil and gas industry, where uncertainties were extremely high and potential money loss could happen anytime. The third one is lack of cloud-based technology, where everything could be done from anywhere and seamlessly. Hence, our project try to provide solution for these challenges.
Okay, from some of the problems that had been explained by Mr. Ida before, we know in the future we need a solution to solve that problem by modern programming technology based on AI and cloud computing, which is the technology can help on increasing processing time efficiency, reducing costs effectively, user-friendly usage, and the best accuracy for the prediction by machine learning. And here, ladies and gentlemen, for the presenting stage, Grand Final Scrum Bersih Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021, we proudly present our technology that is a private petrophysical virtual analysis that focus on building machine learning models, spatial data analysis system, and database system by cloud computing. By using private text, you will gain a cloud-based technology that is beneficial for the processing time effectively, best accuracy, and after cost to identification reservoir prospect zone through classifier analysis. And please, you can visit or using private technology from this link. And next, about the building machine learning models. When user input their data and it's auto enter into our system database, and afterward, our product develop an output model that is a 5 algorithm that we use and we're training from the fall field at the training fields. And then user can get the output data for all the prediction. Question arises, how about the accuracy and time processing time the models? In our products, we already use auto machine learning, which is integrated in the system that we developed. And quick data processing for the best accuracy is more than 85% for the all prediction, verification, or classification. And this is the visual auto machine learning that is integrated in private technology. Okay, the next is build data analysis system. In here, our product will be given a recommendation for the distance of the closest training well to the well data input. The existence of the solution is user can choose and correlate the well training that will use with checking the condition of the well training by historical bias, well log data, metaphysical data analysis, and well trajectory data analysis to check the direction of the training well. The next step is build database system. In this solution, we use the MongoDB database, and we also connect it to API from the Dataiku technology. We provide this solution because it's very important to use a system to process and saving information systematically with good accuracy.
So how we end up saving money in our project? Through analyzing and compiling every technical and subsurface data inside our system, we could further improve our well planning and well positioning like never before. Both subsurface and technical problem could be identified more precisely and therefore could be prevented. And this contributes for around $10,000 up to $31,500 savings per day per well that came just from drilling rig daily rate. And this does not include human-related costs, fuels, and rig services, etc. Imagine having 20 wells in a year and able to save at least 10 days per well. And it's an equivalent of $2 million US dollars to $6,300,000 US dollars saving that came only from drilling rigs.
As an innovation well data analysis, we develop our system into two main flow. That is developer flow and user flow. In developer flow, we start with data preparation as a process to import and extract data from database. After that, data will be split with a ratio of 80% of training data and 20% to testing data. We train data, we'll build some machine learning model obtained from its output filters, and this process creates 6 models. After build all model, our system using testing data to evaluate its model with accuracy score and running time for user needs. In user flow, our model will predict every output petrophysical features in the order of volume of shell, effective porosity, saturation of water, permeability, and this is using regression model, and plus facies and hydrocarbon prospect zone together with classification model. This flow can get a good prediction result supported by a properly trained database. To deploy our dashboard, we use some platform, including the technology provided by Dataiku, such as a Python recipe and REST API. And this is connected to our dashboard. Outside Dataiku, we'll design our UI/UX with Figma, build dashboard application with Flash as a backend framework, MongoDB for our database, and Heroku to deploy it in cloud application. For our result, we'll build a machine learning model using Dataiku technology, and we choose that algorithm that we use with the best model evaluation that automatically generate on the prototype that we develop. This is comparison of 5 algorithms with matrix accuracy, matrix error, and running time. Based on our analysis, we developed a quick data processing in our system with a model accuracy more than 85% for all prediction. And next, for more evaluation, user can analyze blind well test to compare actual and predictive data in each feature with an interactive display. In a regression model, there is a distribution of actual and predictive data, and this chart proper if mostly collected on the estimated line, and also the absolute error in every prediction. And in classification model, there is a confusion matrix to see an actual target values with those prediction and also true and false status in every prediction. We believe in the future, Based on our modern method that we have developed, it will be easier for user to analyze and correlate data compared to conventional method. Of course, it will minimize human-generated bias with much better result.
Next.
Okay, for Mr. Saga, your microphone is mute.
I think he froze, yeah? Maybe the connection, there's a connection problem.
Okay, this is about our future potential. In our prototype stage, we have provided the well trajectory maps and automation in blocks. And at waiting stage, we have to complete to have the future potential. And the next step of the in the future, we have the future potential about 4 is the integrated historical production database, well correlation visualization, core data prediction, auto perfect zone identification. And this is the conclusion where you should choose the private technology. And number one is one-stop geological and geophysical database, and cost efficiency for the well prognosis and integrate hydrocarbon zone identification. And number 5 is the efficiency more than 18%. And this is our video demo for this fitting stakes. Enjoy.
Oil and gas exploration industries are still facing problems such as ineffective data processing, high risk, high cost, and lack of cloud-based technology. In the future, we need a solution such as a modern programming technology based on artificial intelligence and cloud computing that can resolve those problems. We proudly present private petrophysical virtual analysis technology, a cloud-based technology that is way more beneficial for the processing time effectively, best accuracy, and affordable cost for identifying reservoir zones through petrophysical analysis. Welcome to private technology. First, users can sign up or log in to use private tech. You can see the tutorial here. Then users can input their well data in a CSV type file. After successful input, their data is entered into our system database, and users get several features such as checking mnemonic well log data, view deleted data, and analyze. Users can proceed to the Analyze Features tab. This is a special data analysis where the user will be given a recommendation for the distance of the closest training well to the well data inputted. Of course, users can check the condition of the well training through histogram phases, well log and petrophysical data analysis, as well as trajectory data analysis to check the direction of the drilling well. Users can choose which well training will be correlated with the input well data. Private tech will evaluate using automated machine learning with the best performance algorithm through best accuracy scoring and best running time. Afterwards, users can get the prediction of the petrophysical parameters, phase classification, and identification of hydrocarbon zones using a blind well test in this page, along with the absolute error value of the prediction data, the distribution of the data on the azimuth line, and the confusion matrix to see the accuracy of the predicted and actual data. At last, users can run the models and will get the prediction results from well input data. By using private tech, you reach the most advantageous solution in predicting the prospective hydrocarbon zone. Get the private, get the profit. Private, great technology for great oil and gas exploration. Oil and gas exploration.
Okay, that's all about our presentation. Thank you for the attention. Please visit our private text from this link and private good text for oil and gas expression. Thank you.
Thank you, Hakuna Matata team, for the awesome presentation of using ML to build reservoir property and model to predict reservoir zone. We have a technical issue before, but no matter. I will now open the floor for a Q&A session. For Mr. Fajril, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Very nice presentation that you have there. Okay, my question is in classification problems, the most important metric that we need to evaluate is precision and recall to understand the false positives and false negative rate of the model. So my question is, have you tried the binary classification for fast aspiration using your tools, your solution here? And how's the result in terms of precision and recall? And maybe, is there any way to improve your solution to get better results?
Okay, great question. For Hakuna Matata, so have you guys tried the binary? Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you for the question. I'll answer the question about how about the precision and recall about in our model. For our model and classification, we're using metric scoring is accuracy score. Accuracy score is a combine of precision and recall, and it's include the true positive, false positive, and false negative. And the evaluation in the accuracy score is more than 85%, 87% in first yes, and 99%, I think, in hydrocarbon perspective. I think that's the best accuracy that we get in this model.
Okay. I hope it answers your question, Mr. Fajril.
Is there any way to improve your accuracy? Do you have any idea maybe that you can share with us to improve your accuracy maybe?
Okay, I will answer the question. Before we have the accuracy thesis, we have done the improvisation about the accuracy. Before the build model in here, we have the 18% for the facets, but in the pitching stage, we will improve the accuracy facet until the 18.7.5%. And this pitching stage, we have the improvisation about the accuracy.
Thank you.
And for now, we give a 5-option algorithm that is exhibit and for extractive regression, artificial neural network, and super vector machine. And after this parcel is ready to release and has many database, it will be research other algorithm and more accurately who can handle a new data. And I think that's we have a more potential. And we didn't do the deep learning method and other method, and we will do it in the future.
Okay, maybe we will about the database. You can more again about the database and the algorithm. We can just again about the best accuracy for the processing types.
Can I add some answers? May I?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Beside the proposed statements by my friends, we can also add the amount of data trained, because for these purposes, we have time limitation and data limitation. So in the future, we might perhaps add more data to the training model so we can improve the accuracy for the facies. At least we can add perhaps to 92 or 93%. So it could be better and could be more reliable and also faster. Maybe that's my answer.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Destra.
Yep.
I will continue to the next honorable judge question to Mr. Adnan. It's yours.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for Hakuna Matata team. I think this is the solution that we need for the field development, especially for infill drilling, I think. My question is just, I'm curious, according to you, how is your recommendation if you would like to predict the petrophysical data in case for step out well drilling? I think the case when the well is located quite far away from our infill perimeter. Yeah, I think it's related with the geological concept itself. Is there any recommendation to do the QC for this case? I think. Thank you.
I would like to answer the question. Perhaps, friends, may I?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The first one, we have to consider the availability of the data inside the structure itself, because the outstep well might be far away from the existing wells. And then we can also try to interpolate using the nearest structure data. For example, maybe the nearest structure is around 1 or 2 kilometers away from the current structure. Then we can also use that two structural data to improve our models so that the accuracy for the prediction could be much better, because our platform does not limit it to only one structure. We can also combine so many data inside one database. For example, we can combine two structures into one database for case of outstep wells. So I think that it could also improve the geological model for the regional term, and also we can improve the accuracy for the prediction data. As well, we can also add the value, the economical value for our structure, because as we know, Indonesia had some very old structure that had been produced for more than 100 years. So with this combined data, we propose to add the economical value for the structure, not only technically, but also economically. Perhaps that's my answer. Maybe, friends, you can add the answer.
Okay, other team members? I think that's pretty clear, yeah, Mas Destra?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
I think that's clear.
Okay. And
Okay, I will continue to the next honorable judge question to Mr. Chapi. The floor is yours.
Thank you. And interesting presentations as well. Appreciate that you put us some perspective by showing numbers so we can compare as well. You mentioned that you want to address the kind of two things or three things. Well, I mentioned just two, maybe. The first one, that innovative database, and then also the second one, you want to improve the methodology. Now, if I may, I would like a bit dig deeper of how you build the ideas. What is actually your pain point that you want to address with your methodology?
Go ahead, Tim.
Okay, I will answer the first question about how about an ineffective database. In our application, we give an option to user select the best well what will build the model, and we give this many option database. And if the database is ineffective and it not correlate in our data, the user cannot select the well to train the data. I think that's the answer for the first question. I think my friend will answer the other question.
Okay, I will answer another question. As the point of view, our prototype is we can offer a supervised machine learning system with the spatial data analysis to predict petrophysical data in some field. And with this, the machine learning model, user can get the high level of the accuracy and time efficiency too. So it can make it easier for user in completing their works. And in addition, the presence of the new feature, such as the automated money clock and well trajectory maps, will add the selling value from the system too. So the selling value that have point in here, we have the market is our own product. That's all for me. Maybe Mr. Yuda, you can.
Yeah, sure. Our viewpoint about this project. Actually, we aim to reduce three things in our project. The first one is time. The second one is cost, and the third one is the workload. As we know, oil and gas industry had a very high risk and high return nature. And despite of that nature, oil and gas industry is a very fast moving industry where critical decisions had to be made in just maybe an hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, especially when we are drilling a well. By using our solution, we aim to provide solutions for these problems. We aim to reduce time for conventional method, so users could do the analysis the user can do the analysis faster and more accurately. And we also aim to reduce their workload because they have to do many things in one time. And also we aim to reduce cost, especially in drilling. As we know that drilling contributes to most expenditures in our company and in our industry. So we aim to reduce this cost, especially the unwanted cost. So the company could operate more efficiently and also spend more money in more effective way. Perhaps that's all from my answer. Friends, do you have any answer again? Maybe additional answers?
Maybe Enox, Mr. Ida.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's
Mas Devi, perhaps that's all.
Thank you. Just to summarize that, you want to address actually shorter decision making in operations, since you mentioned shorter time in 1 hour or 2 hours on a minute. Yeah. So I can imagine that this tool are going to use in the operations during the drilling.
Yes, Mr. Cepi.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
To our final honorable judge, Mr. Arya, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Also, thank you for an excellent presentation. And I'm glad that you put a little bit more information about the accuracy. I've heard that can be a little bit dangerous, actually. Now, I saw the result of that accuracy, that regression and the classification in here. The number to me is very too good to be true. Because I know fault data set in here. Because I have 2 questions in here. First, this may be related how you split your the machine learning training. Because how do you split the training data, the validation data, and the testing data? Especially when you are dealing with the well problem, you have to really be careful. Because if I have a training validation or testing data point is just underneath, is subsequent to the training data point, then you will be able to get this high accuracy, right? So you have to be careful with that. I am curious to know how you do this splitting. My second question, actually, since you have 2 petrophysicists there, right? The input data are gamma ray. You have neutron porosity. I think you have density, and you have ILD, which probably the old resistivity law. How can you get permeability from this basic resistivity law? This permeability is not sensitive to the all this measurement. Yeah, this I have 2 question there.
Okay, so team, the first question is regarding splitting, and the second question is regarding permeability generation. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the question. For the first question about the split training and data testing, we randomly split the database depends on the user selected well, with a ratio of 80% of training data and 20% of testing data. How to validate the data? We use the testing data, and it's ordinary. I think that's a good method to splitting the training and testing data. But why our accuracy is good to be true? Because the data is so close, the well is so close, it's still 2 and 3 meters. How about the data is long is 1 kilometer other else? I think the accuracy is not good like this. But our application gives an option to select the closest distance of well, and that's make a best accuracy for the user input data, and that's I think the best method that we can give for our application for this. Thank you. Maybe for other friends.
Now the petrophysical question.
Yeah.
Okay, about the permeability, we have the conventional method to predicting the permeability and under the application. But in here we have the we predicting and we calculate the permeability of our data, and we have the and we will train. We make the database, and we input the data into our application, and that's all for me. And Mr. Yuda, you can improve or my answer maybe.
Sure. Maybe the point from Mr. Ilham Diaz is that the permeability could also be predicted by using some conventional equation for permeability. And also the permeability inside our model also have been trained by core data. So it had been calibrated through extensive core data inside our models. So in the future, that's why we also state that to evaluate petrophysical calculation more accurately, we have to improve using a core data prediction. Therefore, for the cases like permeability, which are insensitive to all other parameters, we could also improve the accuracy from core data and also from other lab tests. We aim to add this data in the future in our apps, in our software, in our project, so that the accuracy and reliability for our calculation could also be increased, and therefore the value for our product will also be increased. Maybe maybe that's all for my answer. Thank you.
Okay. The label were generated using porosity permeability relationship. Okay. Thus in principle, actually you do not need to predict permeability, right? As soon as I get the porosity, if I know the porosity permeability relationship from the core data, I can calculate that. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr.
Thank you for Hakuna Matata team for the awesome presentation and for the answers as well. All right, so with that, I will end the Q&A session here. Before we continue to the final team presentation, let's take a look at another video of testimony from our judge in the past stage.
Schlumberger Hackathon is about creating an ecosystem and inviting fresh ideas and strategies to tackle existing challenges, be it in drilling, production, subsurface, or even surface facilities. I'm personally impressed with the ideas and motivation from all participants to step back and then step up to solve existing problems. The approach is really fresh. It is about being able to embrace technology, Internet of Things, and digital into decision-making. Digital is not about making more and more apps and software. It is about the change in mindset on how we should see problems, on how we integrate digital to make our work more efficient so that we can focus on what matters. And by working closely with the domain expert, I believe some of the solutions proposed in this competition has a potential to be developed. It is really a starting point for all of the participants. Their journey in developing the solution has just started. And what is important for them is to realize and to make sure that they have a nurturing ecosystem for them to keep moving forward. Now, they may see others as their competitors, but in reality, everyone can collaborate and should collaborate in this ecosystem. And this is what Hackathon is all about. It is about the creation of ecosystem. It is about embracing technology. And most importantly, it is about collaboration.
All right. I will continue to our final team presentation of the NIR. Mr. Rico, Stanley, Andy, and Edward, are you guys ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. All right. The floor is yours, guys.
Okay. Dad, can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear your voice go.
Okay. Stanley, do you have the control with you?
Wait. Okay. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, good. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we would like to say thank you to committee and judges for your time and arranging this wonderful event. Also, thank you for all of the audience that has joined our session. Let us introduce ourselves. We are from Optenir, and my name is Rico as a team advisor. And I have the greatest pleasure working with amazing, talented, and hardworking students during this hackathon, which I believe that they will have a bright future ahead. So without further ado, please, Andy, Stanley, and Edward, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom and Jeff. Both of them are engineers in a certain oil and gas company. They are currently having a conversation that I want you to listen to. Hey, Jeff, what are we going to do? Our field production is declining. Hey, Tom, let's analyze our wells and do some well enhancement work. Then the field production will be increased. There. Here we go again. An endless loop of data gathering, tedious well screening, and countless of meetings with our bosses. Really? I think we can do better than that, Tom. So what's going on with them? Let me summarize the condition. So here, Tom is not enthusiastic and satisfied about the task. It is a long and time-consuming task of well enhancement work, where all the well screening candidate processes are manual, the project platforms are separated, a long process review, and it's limited to a small data handling. But in the opposite side, Jeff thinks that they can do better than that. They can optimize the process by automate the well screening process, integrate all the project platforms with a repeat review process and scalable for small to big data handling. But the question is it possible? And the answer is yes, because today, the dream is no longer a dream. With Delphi Data Science Environment, we are introducing you to WeRace, well enhancement in rapid, automated, integrated, and scalable environment. It is an end-to-end well enhancement platform that will help you to optimize your well enhancement work and gain more profit. Our objective is to remove all the time-consuming and repetitive tasks that evolve around well enhancement work cycle that takes months to complete into weeks or even days using WeRace by covering the data acquisition until the project management while combining the people, process, and technological aspect into one single environment. This is the illustration. In the case of production decline, using manual review processes will occupy a lot of our valuable time. But with our platform, WeRace, we can shorten the time and gain more profit by realizing your asset value sooner. WeRace will then rank them and manage the well enhancement opportunities in your asset, where this platform will provide you the field overview, production monitoring, problem identification, and well enhancement opportunities, and the project management in one single environment. But wait, we have to know how the solution works. So how does the solution work, Edward?
You must be wondering how WeRace platform can provide you all these best solutions. What are the architecture behind WeRace in providing an end-to-end solution? There are 5 processes involved in WeRace, starting from the problem identification, suitable well enhancement, economical analysis, and project management. Here we make use of features that I go from Delphi Data Science platform, such as visual recipes, plugin recipes, and code recipes to prepare and compute the data. We also use Allprice API in the economic analysis and utilize data input export and web app to visualize the output in the project management process. As you can see, these are the flow in data input behind our solution architecture, which consists of data acquisition, problem identification, suitable enhancement, forecasting, economical analysis, and interpretation. This flow is integrated into our Delphi data science environment. The first process is the data acquisition, where this process is intended to prepare the data set that's imputed to WeRace platform. Our platform can accept any form of database. In this part, we also incorporated an application designer from data, where you can just upload the data and run the flow. Right after that, you may access the result in the dashboard. The data that we are using for this project are the production data. Data that is imputed is then processed by using data ecovisual recipes to perform a complete data processing workflow, like filtering, cleaning, splitting, and sorting. Next is the problem identification process. The problem identification data background itself has been incorporated with the basic petroleum engineering background. The rapid screening process and automated syntax calculation can detect the possible problem that occurs in your well. As you can see from the figure on the top left side of the screen, we start by splitting the data into production and injection well. Then we use the to calculate the problem threshold and labeling the actual data. Based on the problem symptoms and threshold, it will then conclude the problem for each well. Then, how is this problem assessed? The problem is assessed by using the well-known petroleum engineering practice by looking at the productivity index, water cut, and performance index. The threshold is determined by this productivity index and water cut to conclude the problem that's happening in each well. For performance index, we can characterize the type and behavior of the well based on the productivity index and water cut. We also provide you with the visual looks of the productivity index, water cut, and performance index. The performance index is presented with a 4-quadrant chart marked as well have a higher or lower PI and water cut. It will give an insight to your well behavior. In the suitability enhancement process, we raise construct suggestion based on the identified problem from the previous process. The recommendation given by WeRace is a single solution matched for each problem. To understand further regarding its suitability, we suggest on using the petrotechnical suits in Delphi environment. After the suitable enhancement is confirmed for each well, forecasting will be the next step. Before we start the forecasting, we first pivot the data set, then we did time series sampling, which interpolate and extrapolate the possibility of empty data. Then we are using the decline analysis method to forecast the oil production. It is also set to be automatically adjusting with the parameter that are given from the well intervention. The output of this process are the oil prediction and the reserve gain in the case of intervention. As we can see, this is the plot of the oil production rate together with the forecasted oil production data. The orange line was the production history, and the red line is the natural decline intended for the up. The forecasting in case of intervention are provided with a range of uncertainty with 3 scenarios, which are high, mid, and low case. In the economic analysis process, we want to provide you with the latest oil price data. Therefore, we make use of API function to acquire the latest oil price data from other service providers. We also calculate the economical parameters such as NPV, IRR, payout time, and profitability index. And these parameters are then used to rank the projects. Lastly, of the output from the process are then incorporated into WeRace project management. Here, you can manage and track progress of well enhancements in various phases, including stakeholders. Now we know about the solution architecture. What about the real output? Is it truly easy to be done? What do you think, Stanley?
Okay, yes. And for the questions, I will say that it is easy to use. First, we already implement the features application designer, which allow users to input data so that any production data with the same format will be able to be used or inputted into our database. Rather than that, we just run the whole flow and the result will be displayed in our dashboard. We actually arrange our dashboard into 4 sections. The first one is the main home, in which contains the general information, such as field overview, field summary, well productions, or injection information. It allows users to obtain on-point information about the field. And for the second section, we have production monitoring. It is a section of visualizations, which allow users to understand further regarding how the production rate actually behaves, whether it's declining or increasing. For the third section, which is our goal, is the problem identifications and well intervention candidates. It provides information of each well, whether there's a problem or I would like to say enhancement opportunity and what's the best course for them. And of course, it's already been ranked based on the most profitable one. And for the last section, it is the management system for our user. For each file that have been inputted into our database will be shown into this management setup. So users may easily maneuver around this management setup and manage each project together with the team, management, and stakeholder. And that is V-Race as an end-to-end solutions. We are the solutions to your problem. And now we will show you our demo video.
In our solutions, we have adapted the use of visual recipe, plugins, application designer, API call, web apps, code environments, and automated trigger scenario. In the first sections of the dashboard, we have a quick overview over the field data that have been acquired. Information such as well functions, the total number of well type distributions, well performance, well status, along with the latest production rates over the field. In the next sections, we have provided production monitoring setup, information such as cumulative and the field daily productions of oil, gas, and water can be found. It was proposed for the user to have a clear representation of the field production over time. Moving forward to the next sections, our solutions provide insights in identifying problems and proposing suitable well interventions for each well. Our solutions has also forecasted production yield in the case of interventions and calculate economical parameter using the latest oil price data. For deeper analysis, our solutions also provide ease access for users to move into petrotechnical suites in the Delfi environments that is integrated with our platform. As a user-friendly solutions, we have provided a management user interface in which user may access and manage projects in a various project management phase with the team and stakeholder.
And now, after Tom and Jeff know about V-Race, they are currently expressing their gratitude. Thank you for introducing V-Race. Yep, we can optimize our asset value in rapid, automated, integrated, and scalable environment. Yes. Now we can speed up the review process, focus on detailed analysis, and easily track the progress with our bosses. And of course, don't forget that we gain more profit. And that's all for our presentations. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Obtainer team, for the excellent presentation on V-Race application to enhance well performance. Now I will open the floor for Q&A session. To our judge, Mr. Adnan, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm first. Yeah. Okay, thank you, V-Race team. I think this is one of excellent solution, especially for the production surveillance, reservoir management, and also could support the petroleum engineers to reduce the repetitive workflow in doing their daily basis job. I think it's very clear, comprehensive, but I have only one question, I think, for V-Race team about the problem identification. I think the solution that you offered is based on the common petroleum engineering practice. Is it worth in the future if we could customize this problem identification by using the advanced petroleum engineering approach, for example, like a chant plot for water diagnostic, model analysis, productivity degradation, or you could introduce the machine learning for the problem identification itself. I think it's worth maybe in the future for the development of your platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adnan. So team, go ahead. Can we do optimization?
First, for the first question regarding the chart plot, we have actually know about the usage of the chart plot, and we have actually managed to try them using in the Delfi environment, which is the Dataiku. But unfortunately, using the Dataiku and mostly in chart plot, it was using a log plot in which Dataiku was not supporting that type of plot, so that we are kind of having trouble when we try to plot that kind of data using using the chatbot. Yeah, so we refer back to the more original type. Okay, sorry. And for the other question, regarding the uses of the ML, we have tried using the ML, and for it, actually we have actually tried the uses of machine learning, and after we tried them, the confidence level was not really that high, so it's around 60 something. So we use the pattern engineering background to calculate the stuff. Maybe the other response to add.
Yeah, maybe I can add a bit for the training in the for the machine learning training in the model. We choose not to use the machine learning because of the data, because the well now the available info of all field is only about 6 well. At first we want to like label the data first, then we train it, but due to the shortage of data, then we want to then we first on this prototype we think that we use the technical professional technique first, then maybe in the future we can develop it with more training.
Okay, great. Thank you for the answer. To our next Mr. Yours. I think you're still on mute, Mr. Arya.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can hear it. Okay. Yeah, this thank you again for the nice and very excellent presentation. And my compliment also on the web apps. It looks very good and looks very professional. I have just a very short question in here. There are a lot of these decline curve analysis as well as the production forecasting algorithm available in our industry, right? Did you compare your solution against the standard solution? And if yes, what did you find? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it the same?
All right, Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe from me. Yes, we deploy the first of all we deploy the standard workflow of the decline curve analysis, which is ARPS decline curve, which is we honoring our technical domain, which is petroleum engineering. So we use the decline curve analysis and we using the ARPS method, and then we try to automate that kind of process by incorporating some kind of what we presented earlier by Edward. So the idea is we deploy that kind of stuff, and we also compare with the machine learning approach in here. But it turns out that we need to like Stanley say, we need to have more data regarding that, and we stick with our approach with the ARPS method. Maybe Edward could explain some more regarding our approach of the automated decline curve analysis. Thanks.
Okay, let me add some more. We actually have used other technique like ARIMA model, and also one of it is ARIMA model, and actually we're testing it. But for the ARIMA model, the accuracy is not quite good when we try it into the data. So that's why we thinking of keep on using the decline curve analysis method with where the curve fitting is automatic, where it automates the value of the DI and Q. That's it from me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tim. I will continue to the third honorable judge question for Mr. Fajril. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Very good presentations and comprehensive solutions that you made here. My question is, in WeRaise, you implemented a ranking system. How does it work? And how do you rank the projects that gives you a high IRR but low LTV, or vice versa? That's my questions. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right,
maybe.
for Abdullah.
Okay, maybe I
Yep,
go ahead
go
first. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Fajr, for the question. Yeah, exactly. So we in here we try to emphasize from end-to-end solution from the data process, data input until we have a project management system. So the idea is to reduce the pain of engineers and management for tracking their projects. And for the project management itself, we provide key economic metrics such as NPV, IRR, payout time, the important metrics for ourselves from the company and also for the government. And in here, the big catch is the NPV. We would like to show the project economic gain based on the NPV. So the other metrics will follow. But again, we can sort out based on the IRR as well. So that's we can do as well. And I would like to emphasize more on the project maturation stage. So we divided each project management to appraise, select, define, execute. So each of the stages we can track the each of the project and its economic analysis. So I think it's beneficial for us because in the company that a lot of things and project that we do, it will be better if we can have an integrated platform that we can see what's going on each of the project in the nice and structured manner. Really, that's for me. Tim, would like to add some more? Okay, probably that's all from us.
Okay, thank you, Ko. All right, I hope it answers your question, Mr. Fajril. I will our final honorable judge question for Mr. Chepi.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really enjoy your presentations. Quite textbooks of pitching strategy. You describe in the beginning current state, and you show what the ideal state that you want to achieve, and you propose the solutions. In the pain point you want to address is that, if I'm mistaken, if my understanding correct, you want to tackle the repetitive process by automations, simplification, and integrations. So my question is just simple. I just want to add some complexity a little bit. In your dashboard, would you able to kind of add some other parameter or features like fastest map from geoscience or well correlations? Thank you.
Yes, we will love to add them into our feature.
Go ahead, Tim.
Hello. Yes, thank you for your suggestions, and we will love to add those features into our platform. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think that's the quite important, because in well by well review, we are not only looking at the well data itself, but also we can do the another well historical analysis, or we can see the log by log analysis on each of the wells. So if we would like to do behind casing opportunity and so on and so forth, so that's important as well. But I think in here what we are trying to do is we work on the scope of the production data at first. So in the future, maybe we can expand it further to incorporate more geological aspect to our platform. Thank you. Yeah, please, Andy.
And also, as our tagline that we are using, scalable. So not only in terms of the amount of data that is being processed, but also regarding the problem identification and well intervention suggestion, we can adjust and extend the problem that can be identified for a particular field with their unique characteristic and we can increase the confidence level either in terms of the well intervention recommendation or the uncertainty by having any additional data for the work over history.
Okay, thank you, Optima team for the answers. I hope it answers your question, Mr. Chevy.
Yeah, my connection is up and down actually, but if I get some answer that your answer is yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Again, yeah. Thank you again for all the teams and all the judges for the question and answer session. For the teams, I would really recommend you guys to go to the chat box and see there are more questions there and you are expected to answer them in the chat box as well. All right, so with that, we have finished the session here. Thank you all for the great presentation and to all our honorable judges. It's a great pleasure for me to moderate the session and all the best for you guys. Stay tuned for the announcement and for more awesome events after this. With that, I will pass the floor now to our MCs, Putra and Karen. Are you guys there?
Yes, thank
Yes,
you,
all
Ms.
right.
Deva, for assisting the session. It's so wonderful presentation from the three finalists. After the wonderful presentation from the three participants, what exciting things will we have the next, Karen?
For the next session, we will have 3 more sessions before winner announcement, which are Q&A session with Iatmi, speed dating with Slumberjay HR, and quiz with interesting prizes. But before we start these 3 sessions, we will have a photo sessions with everyone in the call. For the photo session, I would like to invite everyone to turn on your camera, and for the operator, please guide us to take the picture.
Okay, for Mas Oza, maybe you can guide us to take the picture.
Yes, Mas. To all participants, please open the camera so we can take a photo group. We have 8 panel on this day, so we can take one by one. So hold your pose, please. For panel 1, 1, 2, 3, T. Okay, next to the panel 2, 1, 2, 3. Next panel, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold your pose. Fourth panel, 1, 2, 3. Fifth panel, 1, 2, 3. Sixth panel, 1, 2, 3. All right, the last panel, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Oza, for guiding us to take the picture. I know that we are all waiting for the winners to be announced today. But before we announce the winner, as mentioned by Karen, as we are waiting the judge to determine the winners, we are going to have the 3 interesting sessions. And for now, the first session, we will have Q&A with Iatmi.
In this Q&A session with Iatmi, we will discuss about the application of AI/ML trend and applications in oil and gas industry. Today, we have Mr. Hendrikus Herwin as Chairman of APOCC 2021 and VP of Upstream Business Development at Pertamina Hulu Energy, and we have Mr. Andi Bahtiar as Vice President of Iatmi and Project Expert Development and Production at Pertamina Hulu Energy.
And this session will lead by Mr. TP Andi Sulistiadi. Mr. TP Andi currently working as General Manager at Imeco Intersarana and also Chairman of Iatmi event at APOCC. Mr. TP Andi, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, because Mr. TP Andi already ready, so you can start directly the Q&A session.
All right, thank you, Mas Putu.
Okay.
Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it is great pleasure to be here for the Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021. We are going to present a Q&A, question and answer, for about 15 minutes to go with Pak Andi Wardana Bahtiar and Pak Henricus Hewin. Good morning again, Pak Andi Bahtiar and Pak Henricus.
Morning.
Welcome. Okay, Pak Andi Bahtiar, he is as a Master Science Petroleum Engineering UT Austin, USA. He is on duty as the project expert development and production at PT Pertamina Hulu Energy. And he is also as the vice chairman on the board organization of Iatmi, Ikatan Ahli Teknik Perminyakan Indonesia. And Pak Henricus Herwin, he is as the Master Science Petroleum Engineering and Project Management, IFT School, Paris. He is on duty as the VP Upstream Business Development at Pertamina Subholding Upstream. And he is as the Ketua Komda and Student Chapter on the board organization of Iatmi. Well, Pak Henricus, you first. Everybody well knowing you by calling Mas Hengki, don't you? Well, what do you feel the comfortable calling on this station? Should we call you Pak Henricus or Mas Hengki?
It's up to you. I'm wearing t-shirt now, so it's more adaptive to Mas Hengki.
Oh, Mas Hengki, okay. Or both, yeah, or both. All right, we will call either Mas Hengki or Pak Henricus, all right? Okay. Now, Pak Andi Bahtiar, your first name is similar to mine. I'm feeling honored and comfortable, you know, having named Andi in the oil and gas environment, which is similar with Andi Bahtiar, who one of important person in Pertamina. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Well, however, to avoid everybody confused about it, I will use TP Andi.
All right.
That is mine. Yeah, that is mine.
All right.
And you are Pak Andi Bahtiar, okay? All right, let's begin. Pak Andi and Mas Hengki, allow me to be a facilitator in guiding the Q&A process. I'm just get a summary from Aulia Kiri Nikarina on her speech. So I catch her that artificial intelligence, or AI, is the ability of computer to act like a human being. So it has several applications, including software simulation, robotics, and automation. It has already been applied widely in the industry of oil and gas. So we have a question. So what do you think about the rise of AI in the oil and gas industry? And focusing on which application of AI will produce the most value for your company? Yeah? Is it drilling, geoscience, production, smart maintenance, or others? So, Pak Andi Bahtiar, do you want to start answering the question?
All right. This is
Okay.
just based on my experience. I have been working as a project manager, extended reach drilling in West Heno. So I guess based on the priority, AI and machine learning will be more dominant in drilling and geoscience.
Okay. And geoscience.
You can see in the second presentation where we developed the drilling path, where the drilling path will be more economic or efficient. That's an obvious example. So reservoir characterization is very important, I guess, in drilling and operation. So determining the target in real time, each method need to decide based on the many parameters such as phases, lithology. So we need to make a decision every second. I mean, whether we want to go direction to up or down or left or right. So that's this machine learning and AI will definitely help us to make a decision, basically. Because we need to digest a lot of information. So this machine will really help us to
All
make
right.
a good decision.
Wow. How about you, Mas Hengki? Do you have
Yeah,
another opinion?
I agree with Pak Andi. You know, technology continues to evolve, including today with digital, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and we should take advantage as much as possible to benefit our operation and business.
Okay.
I see that artificial intelligence and machine learning will bring opportunities to perform our study and operation first faster, better, and hopefully, probably cheaper.
I see.
I noticed that in GeoModel, for instance, we are able with machine learning and artificial intelligence to do a more run and make the run faster as well. And the algorithm that we make can solve a lot of complex problems that beyond our brain. That's one thing. In exploration, it will help us as well to increase our chance to success to get discovery. I also noticed one important aspect in our industry to complement Pak Andi in maintenance, the use of preventive maintenance. So we know exactly when we need to change our part, for instance, so we can optimize our stock and also procurement. So my point is, it's very in terms of technical, it's very interesting, but I think we can also take advantage of this technology to reduce our costs, which is very relevant to handle our fields in Indonesia, which are maturing.
It seems that all segments very important in our oil and gas environment. Well, summarize, the key of AI is the tool to make it easier to process decision and able to accelerate the processing time of the review, evaluation, and assist the management decision faster. Okay, so digitalization, technology, and automation process are part of the AI application because they can produce accurate data and provide a real-time process. So every job will be faster and more efficient. Considering the automation, it will be believed, somebody said that the boost efficiency, productivity, and reliability can be happened, right? So the question is for Mas Hengki first, and then Pak Andi Bakhtiar. Do you think that all of the oil and gas fields in Indonesia can be applied digital innovation or automation?
That's an interesting question. You know, most of the fields in Indonesia are mature, and some of them are equipped with very old technology. In some of the field, a huge amount of investment is required if we want to apply or implement new technology, including digital.
Okay.
So I think we need to perform a cost and benefit study properly.
Right.
We have to be prudent, not to spend money and don't get the benefit, yet not to be conservative neither, in order not to lose the opportunity from digital and automation. So to answer your question, I think it will be case by case basis.
Case by case. It means that not all of the field can be applied.
Technically, it's possible, but
possible.
in terms of business, maybe it has to be look in more detailed manner.
Okay. How about you, Pak Andi? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I guess
can be applied for all of field. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess most of our field in Indonesia, oil and gas field in Indonesia, are between 50 to 80 years old. So, you know, oil wells have entered the category of stripping well. Basically, when the well produces 2 or 5 barrel oil, we're still producing it. So the operating costs need to manage very well. So I guess most of our field is in a brownfield category, where it's very difficult to apply AI and machine learning technology. But secondly, most our well is onshore, so dominantly by the offshore. We do have a offshore field. There's a shallow oil field in the shallow water field, and there's a deep water. We only have a couple deep water, where when we operate or drill well in the deep water environment, that's the very excellent application to apply AI and machine learning. I hope we do have a project in deep water, right? But still SAC.
Yeah, but the question
So
is very
that's
specific. Yeah, but the question is very
exactly.
specific. Can the technology can be applied for all of the field?
No, I guess we need to make a better decision on that.
Better decision.
Because
All right, okay.
again, the nature is a stripping well. When we apply a water flood, the well productivity will be greater. Then that's the time where we need to think about the implementation of AI.
I see. Yeah, for both answer the question. So, do you want to say there's a challenge, for oil and gas companies in Indonesia to deploy digital innovation automation? Okay.
But we should not be too conservative either. We have to open the window for technology. I agree with Pak Andi. I think the answer is technically is possible, but commercially we have to look in more detail.
Okay.
And
That's
we
a
have
challenge.
to push the boundary.
That's a challenge, the handicap, the commercial aspect, Okay, all right. By the way, for society, however, there are concerns in most cases, automation replaces labor, what they say. In other words, when you have robots entering the workplace, people lose jobs. Many economists currently fear that artificial intelligence will eventually take over more jobs. In other words, artificial intelligence will push up unemployment rate dramatically. Do you agree with that?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
It happens every time. I think before ATM machine, we go to the cashier of the bank. And when ATM come, people think that we will lose a lot of jobs, but it's part of the evolution.
Okay. Okay. So, Iatmi, is that Iatmi has 10,000 members, right? In next future, if it has happened, those may be gone in a half. Well, I'm only joking anyway. I'm not on duty as the moderator to discuss it in the session. Let economists and sociologists discuss it separately. Well, Pak Andi and Mas Hengki, you are two of the key persons in Iatmi organization, right? So what is Iatmi strategy in helping oil field communities navigate towards digital innovation or automation? Who is the first for answering the question? Pandi, could you go for it first?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess this is a good event for us, for everybody. So we have a lot of people being exposed to the artificial intelligence and machine learning. I understand that we have 200 participants. I guess there will more awareness of engineer in the oil and gas industry. So Iatmi will gather all the speaker. Probably we will make the FGD and revisit it again. Is there any opportunity for pushing this more faster? But again, thank you for Slamberji coordinating the event, so we have more understanding about the AI and machine learning.
All right.
So the next step is Iatmi will coordinate the FGD on this subject.
FGD, yeah, okay. So as the Comda and student chapter, what about opinion, Mas Hengki?
Yeah, for us, we know that digital is a must in order our technology in order our industry to go forward. So we follow in Iatmi, we follow closely the trend on digital and try to get in touch with the expert in the domain And then we tried and organized many sharing knowledge to discuss about digital technology and implementation in the oil field. In the future, I think we might also conduct several training on digital and automation in order to prepare our member better.
All right. Okay. So that's a great answer and explanation. I believe that's Pak Hadi Ismoyo as the General Secretary of Iatmi's join the session. I guess he will put the note, all of your opinion, to complete the strategy of Iatmi in the future. Well, all right. We finally have the final question. It is related with the presentation that we made by participant, by finalists. What is your comment to the student in Indonesia participating in this Delfi Hackathon? And as we know that they are collaborating with the oil field professional to create an AI machine learning solution. Okay, Mas Hengki, if you go first.
I think I can start. So Pak Andi as Vice Chairman of Iatmi can close. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all the students who have participated in the event. I believe it is a great opportunity to work and collaborate. That's important. Collaborate with mentors from the industries and perform project with real digital tool, which is Delfi. I hope this experience can be beneficial for your future.
Amen.
And it will help industry to prepare the best talent to answer a more complex business environment. So before passing to Pandi, on behalf of Iatmi, I would like to thank Pertamina Hulu Energy, Schlumberger to support this event, and together we prepare the readiness of the next generation of the oil and gas industry.
Pandi? Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the our future work. Artificial intelligence and machine learning definitely will help us. There's a lot of cases or work that cannot be done by human. I mean, surveillance 24 hours or analyzing 1,000 of parameters. Basically, it needs machine learning and artificial intelligence. So these people who involved on the in this event really will help us in the future. So we recognize their work, we recognize their presentation and skills. So we should be able to push these activities faster in the future.
Okay.
Thank you very much for all the participants.
Yes. Well, for myself, I agree with the comments. I think they are representatives of the fantastic team that we are having recently. And of course, for the future era, dedicated to students from all Indonesian universities. Okay, finally, I want to say something. As we know that there's last year when the pandemic COVID-19 outbreak in the country, it has impacted oil prices, oil gas activities, and employment difficulties. So we do hope the pandemic will end up sooner. The oil business climate will be coming brightly soon, right? So, all right. Pak Andi Bahtiar and Mas Hengki, thank you very much indeed for your participation in the Q&A session for the Delfi Hackathon agenda. We do hope you continue your success, you succeed in your career, and keep healthy with your family.
All right, Pandi, and all the best for all the students.
Ya, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah.
Wish you all the best.
Ya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Committee, time session back to you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Very interesting topic led by Iatmi team. Thank you, Mr. Hengki, Mr. Andi, and thank you, Mr. Tepe Andi, for assisting the session. The next session, we will have speed dating with Schlumberger HR representative, Ms. Ananta Ruri, and I believe this session will be a perfect session for students and fresh graduates, where you could send your question in the chat box and interact directly with Ms. Ananta.
Because as we all know, Miss Ananta is currently working as recruitment manager of Schlumberger. So for students, I strongly recommend you to pay attention to her presentation, ask the question, because there will be many insights regarding recruitment and how's working Schlumberger, also about digital profile in Schlumberger. Miss Ananta, really please enlighten us.
All right, can you hear me clear, Putra and Karen?
Yes, very clear, Miss Ananta.
All right, fantastic. Oh, I see that the presentation has been shared. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Putra and Karen. A very interesting presentation from Pak Andi, Pak Hendrikus, and Pak Andi Bahtiar about the usage of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the oil and gas field, right? Definitely technology is our future to help us to obtain more with a very minimum or optimum effort to get the decision, right? So technology is here to stay to help us to perform better in our decision making, right? Now, as Putra and Karen has mentioned, my name is Ananta. You can call me Miss Anne. Everyone call me Miss Anne, right? And I'm here to present about the Schlumberger and the recruiting process, especially for digital profile, right? Next. Next slide. All right, fantastic. Now, before we go into the recruitment process, let me just give a presentation about Schlumberger. So most of the people say that Schlumberger is the oil and gas company, or some of them saying that we are an oil field service company, but we actually has changed our focus, shifted our focus. Now, if everyone asks us, what is Schlumberger? Schlumberger is a technology company that helping to unlock the access to energy. So we are partnering with our clients such as Pertamina, Exxon, and every client worldwide to make sure that we are unlocking the access to energy for the benefit of the humankind, right? We are not a very small company. We're actually a very big company. Our market capitalization is in the amount of 43.8 billion. So it's a very big company. Since we are also a technology company, we have 82 technology centers. And guess what? We have 12,000 active technology patents are still pending. Right, we are operating in 120 countries, supported by 160 nationalities as our employee. Right, I'm not going to the peer leading and the ESG rating that is showing an A rating, which is a very good thing for Schlumberger. We divide our technology domains into 3 main domains. The first one is our core oil field service technology domain, which is naturally, or you might know about traditionally, you might know about our support in reservoir performance, well construction, and production system, right? So we are the leading provider of service and equipment for the oil field service company, right? The second technology domains are digital. We are the leading for the innovation and enabling the industry digital transformation. Like as you see right now, we're having the data science hackathon to make sure that we showcase our technology, our leading technology for the digital domain. Our last technology domains is something that you recently heard, and we keep advertise it everywhere, that we are also having new energy domains, which is expanding our portfolio toward low carbon and carbon neutral venture. Right, so that's the 3 big technology domains that we have in Schlumberger. And remember, Schlumberger is a technology company that unlocking the access to energy for the benefit of all. Right, next. All right, so what do we do? I mentioned before that we provide the technology company partnering with our client and our customer to the access and energy. We provide the innovation, and we provide the technologies that we deploy for the digital solution to enable performance and sustainability for the global energy industry. Next. Yeah, next. All right, so the main thing, sorry, back.
the main thing, the 3 pillars that you will need to understand about Schlumberger, this is our recipe that we have from 1926, since the company has been built by Marcel and Conrad Schlumberger, is that we believe in 3 value, and this 3 value has been there for us for almost 1 decade. Remember, we are not 1 decade. Yeah, 1 decade, no, 100 years, right? We believe the 3 value of Schlumberger, which is people, technology, and profit. I will go through it. Why? Next. So for the people, we believe that people is our greatest asset, right? So we hire the best of the best people to join with Schlumberger, right? To deliver our technology and services to our client, right? We have, next. We have more than 80,000 employees, 170 nationality that I mentioned earlier, right? We also operating in 120 countries to provide the product, sales, and the services. By the time we hire you directly in Schlumberger, the first thing that you will need, that you understand or that you notice, is our award-winning training and the development plan, especially for the fresh graduate. Now, I'm not going to go in details because, as you will see right now, our 2 MC is the 2 candidates that I hired previously. So I'm quite very proud to see Putra and Karen is doing the MC today. As you can see, they're the shining example of the people or the fresh graduate that we hired in Schlumberger, and we welcome them. As you notice that they embrace a lot of training that Schlumberger provide to them, and to prepare them to be the next manager in Schlumberger, right? Next. That's our first value. The second value that we have is the technology. Technology will differentiate Schlumberger compared to others, right? Now, we are using technology to accelerate the digital adoption, right? And the digital transformation for an efficient and sustainable industry, right? So not only we are operating to the maximum, to the optimum way, we also need to understand that we will deliver all in the more sustainable way, right? Next, the last value that we believe in Schlumberger is profit. Because without profit, we do not have the independence to take our action and our growth, right? So as you see, the profit of Schlumberger at 2020 is 23.6 billion. So despite our sorry, that's the revenue. So despite our ups and downs that we see last year, we are still having $23.6 billion US revenue, which is very, very good, right? And if you see the Schlumberger stocks right now, it's been increasing too. So that's a really good signal toward our profit, which is our last value of Schlumberger. Okay, now next. What do you expect when you're joining with the Schlumberger? Of course, learning every day, every time. Doesn't really matter if you have like 10 years of experience, 1 year of experience, training will never stop, right? We will definitely challenge you with a lot of responsibility and tasks that you might not know that you can handle before. So yes, choose us, because learn and development is something that you can expect with Schlumberger all the time. Next. All right, so this is something that we are really quite proud of, is the structured learning program, right? It's an award-winning graduate recruitment program and development, right? Where by the time you're joining with us, we have a fixed structured learning program. So the progress of your career is within your hand. It means that all the training, all of the requirement that you need to have within the fixed step training that we call, is to ensure your preparation toward the final stage, which is next. Toward the all of the senior level management, right? Either you want to continue yourself as a marketing and sales personnel, as a manager, right? Operation manager, personnel manager, or even if you want to pursue a further career toward technical, which means that when we hire you from the engineer position, it doesn't mean that you will stuck as an engineer forever. You can definitely have a cross training or cross assignment of your future future job. So it's not going to stuck with one position all the time, right? For example, I start myself as a DNM field engineer trainee at 2007, right? And then from them, I try marketing and sales already. I try operation management already. And then right now I'm in the personnel or HR position, right? So it's something, it's like within 14 years working in Schlumberger, it's been like feels like working in 4 companies at the different responsibilities. So that's something interesting, right? Next, maybe. Okay, let's talk about the digital technology. Right now, Schlumberger, again, like I mentioned, is the leading of the digital transformation, right? We will harness the full power of data to solve the domain biggest challenge. Available position for a digital profile that we have in Schlumberger is application development engineer. This is, for example, the position for this is the front-end engineer, back-end engineer, full-stack engineer, visualization, and desktop engineer, right? And the second one is the digital architecture engineer. The typical position that is under this domain, such as the cybersecurity architect, infrastructure architect, product software engineer, and even software engineer. Now, the one that we just saw, the presentation, right, from the future potential data scientist or data engineer is under the analytic and algorithm engineer. So this is for our data scientist, machine learning engineer, artificial engineer, data engineer, all of them is under this domain position. Right. The next 3 are development and operation engineer. This is, for example, the cybersecurity engineer, QA automation engineer, site reliability engineer, while for the UX researcher is for the design engineer, visual designer, UX designer. And the last one, embedded software and industrial Internet of Things engineer is pretty much like a control and automation engineer. All right, next. Okay, now how to apply to be, if you're interested for our digital profile position, right? How to apply, right? You can submit your application to at career.slb.com. So if you go into the early stage, right? Early careers, you will see digital technology there. So submit your application in career.slb.com, then we will see your application. So it depends on the any available position, we will consider you for that. Now, what is the education background that we needed? Typically, not literally, typically, what we would like to have is a bachelor degree or master degree in computer science, computer engineering, software engineering, information system, or information technology. However, for the application engineer, if you remember the available position under analytics and algorithm engineer for data scientist or information management engineer, if you are having a bachelor degree in petroleum engineer, GNG, mathematics, statistics, definitely with an aptitude or experience in data science and machine learning, AI, or even computer programming, we will welcome you for that position, right? Remember, the application need to be submitted via careers.slb.com. All right, next, I think that's my last slide. I think I'll pass it on to Putra and Karen in case is there any question or any comment from your side. Don't forget to follow us in Facebook, LinkedIn, or even YouTube, right? And Instagram in Schlumberger Careers, right? And submit your application via careers.slb.com. So that's it from my side. Pass it on to you, Putra and Karen.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Ananta, for the presentations. I believe that many students are now more enlightened or maybe more curious about the Schlumberger. Because there is no questions, I got the question from my side. Because some people and my friends maybe might curious about the recruitment process in this pandemic era. Because as we are in the offline session, we will have a one-day full session for the recruitment process. So how about the recruitment process in this pandemic era, Ms. Ananta? Could you please tell us about that?
Okay, so the best thing to do the recruiting is to see the candidate directly, right? If you remember, I saw you in ITB and Karen was recruited either in UI and Trisakti session, right? So the best time to meet or to address the candidate is directly visiting your campus, right? But yet again, during the pandemic, right? And hopefully, we can definitely revisit again the campus, right? Until then, for the time being, we are doing the virtual recruiting session. Now, the first session that we did is with the Polytechnic Caltech Riau that we delivered last month, right? It's been half success, right? Because we are still adjusting on it. Mainly, the issue is during the devices that used by the candidates, because it's a full virtual recruiting process. We will need them to have their mic ready and then their camera ready, but unfortunately, with a very good stable internet connection, but unfortunately, some of them are not available to do so, right? Now, to answer your question, Putra, currently we are doing the virtual recruiting process, right? The announcement of the virtual recruiting process is announced via social media, either via my LinkedIn, right? I think for the time being it's via my LinkedIn, and the process is there, all right? So when we announce it, for right now, we don't have yet for other campus, right? For the big campuses, right? But we will definitely starting in quarter one, either January or February. So the announcement will be done via my LinkedIn. So my only pleas to the candidate is to make sure that since this is a virtual career session, right, you will definitely need to have a steady internet connection, have good devices that have the camera and the mic ready, because the whole process will be done via that.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Ananta, for the answer. So the key is you have the stable connection for the virtual recruiting sessions, and also please follow Miss Ananta Ruri LinkedIn, because the information only from that channel. So everyone, the students, please follow the Miss Ananta Ruri LinkedIn, so you can get the information regarding the recruitment process of Schlumberger. Maybe
By
the next, Karen.
I think we have one question in the chat box. It's from Mr. Rizky from Mercubuana University. He asked, is it possible if I want to join the position of UX research or data scientist with no experience in this position?
Yes, yes. So this is possible, right? If you see our careers.slb.com website, we consider your application for early experience, which means that you do not have from zero experience up until 2 years of experience. We will consider you for a fresh out position. So if you ask me, can you apply for that? Yes, you can, definitely. But maybe for you, because you're applying for the UX researcher or data scientist, right? Also put your domain or website or the example of your design, right? And experience, right? Or if you have like a GitHub or anything, right? So that we can see the result of your, or the example of your design or your data science application, right?
Okay, great, Miss Ananta. So maybe for the next, I have one more question, the last questions regarding this. So what is the kind of profiles for additional information? So pre-information for the students to know and prepare for the recruiting sessions in the next Q1 2022, the profiles that really suit for the Schlumberger position.
All right, so the general application or the general recruiting process is for the field engineer position or field specialist position, right? So, and maintenance technician and maintenance engineer or also petroleum engineer. The details of every profile and the metrics of your major needs to be matched with your application. For example, a chemical engineer or electrical engineer, you need to focus either in the field engineer, maintenance engineer, field specialist, or even maintenance technician position. You cannot apply for the petrotechnical expertise simply because your expertise or as a reservoir engineer might not match with your electrical engineering background, right? So all of the application, this is mainly available in the FAQ, frequently asked question page of career.slb.com, right? You can just visit that application, that website, so you can get all of the information. There's also a section for parents, right, that is concerned about their children, son or daughter that joining the field, and they heard that the field is only for men, is very rough for a fresh graduate and etc. So there is a particular one page there that we dedicated for the parents of the candidate in case they are worried about the living condition in Schlumberger too, right? So it's all available all there. Now, the typical people that we are looking for, you can just have a look at Putra and Karen, right? That is the two typical, both of them are very traditional Schlumberger minds, right? They embrace the technology. They're very active in organization, right? They are excellent in their technical background when they are studying. Okay. Both of them are from petroleum engineering, right? One from ITB, one from Trisakti. They are not afraid for changes. They embrace the technology, right? And whenever there is a chance for show off, right? Not show off, to appear in the public, they take the chance to do so. So what kind of profile? Let's have a look at Putra and Karen. They're a good shining example of Schlumberger candidate, right?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ananta, for very valuable sessions. I really believe that many students are now more open, has no very much information regarding recruitment session of Schlumberger. So thank you again, Ms. Ananta, for the valuable sessions. We will move to the next session. So what's next, Karen?
So Putra, the next session will be a very exciting session because we will have a Kahoot quiz related to our event Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021 with interesting prizes, of course. For the quiz, we would like to invite Ms. Gadis Haryani to lead the session. Ms. Gadis, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you. Ms. Gadis, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you, Karen and Putra. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you for staying with us. I'm Gadis. As you know that shortly we are going to hear the announcement of the winners. But before that, I'd like to ask you to join the Kahoot quiz as the refreshment. This quiz is open for everyone except the committees and the finalists. Yeah. So we have 3 prizes for the 3 winners. So ladies and gentlemen, please prepare your gadget now and open your browser. So here are some steps to take this quiz. So please go to kahoot.it and then submit your quiz pin. The game pin is, I'm sorry, apologies, it's not the updated one. Yeah, I will type in the game pin in the chat box. Yeah. Just hang on. So you can see the game pin in the chat box. Have you?
No, I haven't, but that is.
All right.
Just now it appears.
Now, yeah? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry for that. Yeah. So the game pin is 5142165, and then you should submit your name with the format your nickname dash organization. So, for example, if your name is Muhammad Adi from ITB, so please type in your name, your nickname Adib dash ITB, then click OK Go. All right. So, okay, I will share my Kahoot quiz here. Could you please unshare your slide? Thank you. All right. I'm sure that you have already seen the Kahoot slide, right? Okay, we still wait others to join. Currently, we have 34 people. I will wait for 1 minute, yeah? For reminder, please have the format for the name, your nickname, dash organization. Okay, hurry up for the one who haven't submitted your name. Please do. We have hundreds of people here, yeah, and we still have only 47 people. All right then, so I will start the quiz, yeah? So let's get ready. I'll start it. Okay, the first question, which one is not the Delphi Cloud native apps? All right. Oh, almost all of them are answered correctly. Yeah. So, which is not the Delphi Cloud native app is the Symmetry. Yeah. Symmetry is one of our software as well. Okay. The next one. Oh, sorry. Let's see the scoreboard. Yeah. The top one is Adim from USB. So next, the second question: what is included in Delphi data science profiles? Dataiku, TIBCO Spotfire, Dataiku and TIBCO Spotfire, or none of the above. Okay, time is up. The correct one is Dataiku and TIBCO Spotfire. So let's see the scoreboard. The first one is Mas Yuda from PHR. And the third question is, which is the tagline of Delphi Data Science Hackathon 2021? If you follow us since the beginning, you must be know about it, yeah? All right, the correct one is AI for everyone. Okay, and next. Which topic that have been delivered by Bapak TP Andi, Henrikus Herwin, and Anbak in Q&A with Iatmi? Okay, the correct one is AI, ML, trend, and application in oil and gas. So right now, it's changed, yeah, for the top one is Francisca from UP. And next, what is the current position of Miss Anne or Anne Taduri in Sulawesi? I think people are very excited, yeah, to answer this question. I think they are all knowing who is the current position of Miss Anne right now. Yes, all of them are all correct, yeah. So she's the recruiting manager for Miss Anne. So next one, sorry, let's see the scoreboard. This chance again, yeah. Mas Joni is in the top right now. And the sixth question, what is the total number of participants who registered in Delphi Data Science Hackathon 2021? All right, the correct one is 207 participants who are registered in Hackathon 2021. Yeah. Yes. And next, we still have 3 questions. Now here are the 3 top teams of Hackathon 2021. Next step. All right. Who is not the 3 top team is Delphi 4, yeah? There's no Delphi 4 in Hackathon 2021. And next, okay, still in the same ranks, yeah? At questions, who is the judge who is involved in both for prototype and pitching stage? All right, let's see. Is Mas Fajri on there? Yeah, he is the judge of the prototype and also pitching stage. Yeah. And true or false? All of the mentors of Delphi Data Science Hackathon 2021 are from Slumbersy. Okay, it's very quick, yeah? People are answering very quickly now. All right. The correct answer is true, yeah? So all of our mentors, the Delphi Data Science Hackathon mentors are all from Slumbersy, especially from the digital and integration team. Okay, right now, still Francisca in the top, followed by Wewen and Mas Joni. And we are going to go to the last questions, which is the double points. Ready? Who is the president of Delphi Data Science Hackathon 2022? Novi Hernawati, Okti Diana Wulandari, Auliana Desiani Carolina, or Aulia Anova? All right. The correct one is our Miss Aulia Desiani Carolina, yeah? So let's see who is the winners of the Hackathon 2021 quiz. The third one is Journey from Slumbersy. The second winner is Wawen, and the first winner is Miss Francisca from UP. So congratulations for the winners. I will switch it off first. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, so could you please share the slide again, because I'd like to announce the winners of the best questions for this event. Yeah, so the best questions winners for the Q&A session is Aji from University of Brawijaya, Julianta from Medco INP, Alvin from Energy Mega Persada, Yusuf Praditya from Premier Oil, and Arya from Dinas University. So congratulations all. And next, please. So for the Kahoot and Batch Creation winners, please submit your data to the prize delivery form. So Mbak Antoinette will type in the link form in the chat box. So please fill up the form so we can distribute the prizes. And for further information, maybe you can you can contact myself, Gadis, or Mbak Antoinette Laurencia in the email or the cell phone in the slide. So guys, that's the Kahoot quiz and Batch Creations winners announcement. So thank you very much for participating in the quiz and also in Q&As. And thank you very much. And Karen and Putra, back to you. Thank you.
Okay, so once again, congratulations for all of the quiz and Q&A winners, and thank you, Ms. Gadis, for assisting the sessions. Now, we are entering our last agenda, where we will announce the winner of Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021. Putra, I'm very excited to know which team will be the winner.
I'm also very curious about the result from the judges. So without further ado, for this, we would like to invite Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021 chairperson, Miss Aulia Carolina, to announce the winner. Miss Aul, are you ready to announce the winner?
Yeah, thank you,
Okay,
Putra.
please announce now.
Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so hi everyone. Now it's time to see the champion of Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021. I, Aulia Carolina, would like to announce the winners today. And this is for your information that this result is final and it's solely based on judge decision. There is no intervention from the committee and from the Schlumberger representative. Okay. So before I announce the winners, I would like to read the prizes first. Sorry, I think I have to minimize this. Yeah, I will read the prizes first for the winners, and after that, I will announce the winner from the most favorite from LinkedIn likes, and then the third winner, second winner, and then the first winner. And after that, each of the winner will give 1 or 2 words, and we can also take a picture with the background. Sounds good? Okay, so here are the prizes. The third winner will receive a package of bronze medal for each participant, certificate of achievement, and grand prize with the value of thousands of dollars. The second winner will receive silver medals for each participant, certificate of achievements, and grand prize with the value of $1,500. And the first winner will receive gold medals for each participant, certificate of achievement, internship at Schlumberger Digital and Integration, next training that worth $3,000 per person, and grand prize with a value of $2,000. So are you ready? Okay, now I will announce the most favorite team based on LinkedIn likes. I think this is up to 18 September, and I think you also know who is the most favorite team. So this most favorite team will receive another appreciation from Schlumberger. So later it will be included in the prizes. Okay, so the most favorite team based on LinkedIn likes goes to Hakuna Matata from Pertamina Hulu Rokan and Gajah Mada University. Congratulations for Hakuna Matata team. And now the third winner. Okay, so I have shared with you the share with you the prizes before. So the third winner goes to Hakuna Matata from Pertamina Hulu Rokan and Gajah Mada University. Congratulations to Hakuna Matata. Now it's the second winner and the first winner. Yeah, I will announce the second winner first. So, second winner goes to Delphin from Petro C and BNI and IBM. Congratulations to Delphin. And of course, the first winner goes to Optenier from Medco ENP Indonesia and Pertamina University, also Binus University. Congratulations for Optenier team. Now, I will move up again to the most favorite and the third winner. So Hakuna Matata, would you like to give some 1 or 2 words while we also take a picture?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, committee, for the opportunities to join this hackathon. Maybe myself will represent the team Hakuna Matata in this occasion. Thank you for the opportunities, and we are very grateful to win the third place also in this competition, and we also grateful to win the most favorite team based on LinkedIn likes today. So once again, thank you for all the support. Thanks for all the mentors that have been supporting us through the stages for this competition. And thank you. Maybe Mr. Ilham, Fazrul, or Saga wants to give some speech in this occasion.
Okay, have we taken the picture, Putra?
Wait, so please,
Okay.
for the teams, Hakuna Matata teams, please turn on your camera so the Mas Oza as the operator could take the picture.
So we will take a picture 2 times, yeah, for Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, please.
Because I need to change the background, yeah.
For Hakuna Matata, have you been open all the camera, turn on the camera for everyone? Wait. Okay, so Mas Oza, could you please guide us to take the picture?
All right. So please take the pose to take a photo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheers. One more time. 1, 2, 3, cheers.
Okay, Mas Oza, we need to change the background. Okay.
All right, one more time. 1, 2, just a minute. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you very much for Hakuna Matata.
Thank you.
Now move up to Delphin. So Delphin team, would you like to give 1 or 2 words? Hello.
Thank you, Alia. First of all, we would like to, of course, thank Amberzay and Delphi and also the Taiku for the opportunity. Also the committees also. I would like to especially credit Mas Aul, who I've traveled a lot the past 3-4 months. Thank you, Mas. Then I would like to also thank the mentors, Mbak Nadia dan Mas Ray. Terima kasih bantuannya, dan juga Mas Hengki. Selanjutnya juga terima kasih tentu kepada teman-teman yang next is to the friends who have helped us through the support, through LinkedIn likes or through emotional support. Thank you. And to my amazing friends right here, Nabzah, Zah, Wayan, Yan, you're great. You're great. Nabzah, you're a typical consultant. You did very well with the presentation. Wayan, you did what I couldn't do with the technicals. You find a way to find the solutions to these technicalities. Thank you. So, and my new friend right here, my good friend Sabina, I'm proud with what you have done. Without you, we will not even have this solution. So I'm proud of you and I'm impressed. I'm sure the professionals here are also impressed with you, Tab. So thank you. So yeah, that is for me, Raul. Thank you.
Okay, so can we take a picture now?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Let me take a picture. So please hold the pose for a while. Picture 1, 2, 3, cheers. One more time. 1, 2, 3, cheers. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for Delphin team. You're excellent, actually. Yeah. Now we move up to the first winner. So I would like to invite Obtenir. Congratulations for Obtenir. Would you like to give 1 or 2 words?
Yeah, maybe from my side as team advisor of Obtenir. First of all, thank you for committee, judges, and also mentors, Maisha and Masoki, for all of the effort that you put, for the time that you invest in our team, and also fellow participant Delphin and Hakuna Matata. Great job as well. It's really amazing experience that we joined the hackathon, and of course for the students that also join this competition, it's really a great exposure for them, and I think it will be beneficial for the future. So once again, I think it's a great job from committee, and I hope that I can see this kind of event in the future. So thank you.
Thank you. So now we can take the picture.
Okay, please let me take the picture for the Obtenir team. Please hold the pose. 1, 2, 3, cheers. One more time. 1, 2, 3, cheers. And congratulations for all the winning team.
Okay.
Thank
Congratulations to Obtenir. So it's the end of the event of Delphi Data Science Hackathon 2021. So I actually would like to congratulate all the winners. Actually, it is very hard for judges to decide who become the champion, because all of you, 3 of you, are very, very amazing, outstanding, and you did excellent work that I cannot describe as well. But it is just a ranking. There are a lot of things that you can get as well from this competition, especially that now from Pertamina, from SKK Migas, from Schlumberger, I think they will try to find you for the future employees or something like that, yeah, for students. So it's more than just a place. So I would say that just enjoy the process, and this is everything that you have been working that hard, yeah. So I think that's all. I will give back to Putra and Karen.
Okay, so thank you, Ms. Aulia, for announcing the winners. Once again, congratulations to all of Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021 winners. And now we have come to the end of our event.
On behalf of Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021 committee, I am Putra Archana.
And I'm Karen Sondak.
As master of ceremony of this event, we would like to express our biggest gratitude to our honorable judges,
our today's speakers,
Iatmi and Schlumberger committees,
and all of participants who have joined our first Iatmi Delfi Data Science Hackathon 2021.
Thank you and see you in our next event.
Stay safe.
And may all of you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, committee.
You're welcome, Mas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mas Reza. Thank you to all
Thank you,
judges.
Pak John.
Pak John.
Thank you,
Pak John.
Thank you, Pak John.
Banyak,
Thank
Pak
you.
John.
Terima kasih banyak sudah sampai terakhir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the speakers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you, Mas Putra.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank
Thank you
you.
semuanya.
Mereka nggak ada, tumben banget.
Thank you.
Terima kasih semua.
Terima kasih, great job ya.
Thank you semuanya.
Thank you.
Great job, everyone.
tentang yang dihancurkan gitu. Ini medium rare Mas. Kenapa? Medium rare. Tadi saya requestnya medium rare. Medium rare tadi.
Tim boleh stay dulu nggak ya?
Oke Kak.
Putra,
Oke,
ya,
Kak.
semua.
Boleh,
Ya.
Kak.
Oke.
Halo Mas, ini udah saya pindahin ke waiting room semua. Yang mungkin kayaknya ini ditinggal deh sama yang punya device.
Udah ya?
Udah.
Guys,
Ya udah.
apa pindah ke Teams ya guys? Aku itu ya send linknya.
Oke.
Berarti ini
Oh boleh.
Bisa.
Mas Osa juga boleh join Mas?
Oh gitu, ini saya N aja ya.
Boleh.